there he is.
Oh, perfect timing.
What's up, man?
I think we are live too. Yeah, this is saying live. I'm using a new YouTube studio tonight, so if things are jacked up, just let me know.
I'm using my phone. Do I have mic?
Yeah, you're
Dude,
there.
oh,
Yeah, we got you. We got you now, chef.
Perfect.
you sound terrible.
I know. Well, sorry.
But his looks make up
Get
for
out
it
my
though.
fucking
Yeah, a little
accent.
bit.
Don't be a piece of shit.
So how was South Beach said? Did they reopen it yet?
No.
No, man, that's gotta suck that you're in Miami and you can't even go to fucking South Beach.
It's been almost 2 months.
Jesus, I don't even want to know how. Cause I'm just
No,
I could just be thinking about at home. I got all this, my house is there. Who's taking care of that? Who's,
Yeah.
did you have pets? You have pets there?
Yeah. I have two pets. I have an old father with only one lung
Oh, Jesus Christ!
that I have to take care. That my friends are taking care of him with meds and shit. One guy has my dog. Another one has my cat.
Oh wow!
Run my company. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. We
Wow.
are like.
Hey,
so-
Frank.
Yeah, I know.
I don't mean to cut right in, but the chat is saying that Chef doesn't have any audio.
He was low too. I saw Friction said he was low, but we're hearing Nashef just fine, so he should be
I
coming
don't know
through.
if I'm
Yeah, we
audio
can hear you fine. I mean, I just think Jim, turn your stuff up a little bit. Maybe it's just on your end there, Jim. Let me shout out to the chat real quick. We got Improvement. What's up, brother? Richard Jenkins, Kentucky Bill. Now he's the real man, myth, pregnant pause, the legend. Cloud King Cody, what's up? Luke Loop, what's up, Luke? V Dog, what's up, V Dog? Friction, Jim Bohall. El La La, what's up? Liana, what's up, Liana? Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, Liana's saying she can hear you. Steam On's in the chat now. David Moyle, what's going on? So tonight we're just going to hang out a little bit. Steam, welcome. First time you've been on YouTube in how long now? Probably been
Roughly 15 months, I think.
Wow.
A little while.
So tell everyone that doesn't know a little bit about yourself.
About myself?
Yeah, just you don't have to get deep, just general.
Classic fuck up.
Oh, that's a lot of this.
Yeah, no, just a normal guy. I really like mixing and vaping, pretty much. I work a lot. I don't sleep a lot. That's about it.
Oh, I know what that's like. Like I said, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Yeah, now, Chef, I won't be too far from you. Probably Monday. I'll be in Fort Myers, so I'll be.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, I'll be
I
100.
changed the audio. Is this better?
Yes, way better. Yes,
way better.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, now I'm in North Miami. I don't know where I'm going to be next week, but now I'm. In North
Well,
Miami.
I think Folk Art offered you like the cave or whatever, right?
The dungeon.
Yeah.
No. I rather live under a bridge than.
Well, I'm about an hour and a half east of him, so and I have an extra bedroom if you guys need it. There's no cave here. There's no and there's a crawl space. You're more than welcome to it, but I wouldn't want to.
Thank you.
Well, there was a joke about Volkart's dungeon, but I recently found out I legit have a dungeon.
That's
this
fucking
house.
creepy, man.
Oh, them old houses, you find all kinds of shit in there, and you're just like, oh, wait a minute. Did anything really happen here?
Oh, it looks like it. I just showed Nashef like a
Yeah.
half an hour ago, and it's a hatch under a wooden floor, and it's a 6x6 foot cell,
Oh, Jesus.
concrete, new foundation. They just covered it up, no reason for it. So I got some questions, but
And the only access is that hatch under a
Yeah.
carpet.
under a carpet. Yeah, it's fucking creepy. I've been here since November. I just found it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Now, Sin, here, this is the kinder, gentler North Carolina, Frank. There's no bodies hidden in the crawl space. Now, if I was still living in Jersey, I can't talk about that. But Forrest, what's up, Forrest? Lead Pipe, what's going on? Cherokee.
I just want to let Kentucky Bill know that I am a proud B cup. Proud. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill has found a way to actually make some liquid born flavors that aren't just their ice cream really good. He's messed around with like the blue raz and the orange, and he even did some of the orange banana that didn't totally suck. It was just like either his taste is really good, really different, or he actually got really creative and came up with some good stuff. And he's a relatively new mixer. He's only been mixing for a few months.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to do like good mixes using only liquid bar.
Well, and yeah,
I haven't tried to do that yet.
No, I mean that's what he started with them, and he had stuff from MITK Vape out of South Carolina, which oh yeah, the orange actually sucks, yeah. But yeah, he's had some flavors that I never even thought of buying. He's actually worked with it. It works pretty good, and I was like, okay. I mean, he has other ones as well. I got him turned on to Bull City, and I'm sure if his wife saw me, she'd probably want to kill me because he's probably spending too much money over at Bull City. But don't we all, especially in the beginning? Mm-hmm. Now,
That's an interesting challenge. I would like to try that.
Oh, what, all liquid barn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? I mean, I only have, what do I got? Maybe a dozen liquid barn flavors. I don't have a lot. I mean,
I think I'm roughly probably sitting at the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Probably something like that.
Now, Nashef, where do you get your flavors from when you're home?
When I'm home,
Yeah.
I import them from the US.
Okay, so you're ordering from like Bull City and Liquid Barn,
Bull
places
City,
like that. And...
Chefs.
Okay,
yes, yes. The same places you buy.
Yeah. Except the shipping's got to be rough, ain't it?
It's very rough. Yeah, it's expensive. But we have a guy that sells like wholesale, buys wholesale in Argentina, but they only have a Capella and TPA and some Flavor West.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's not bad to get your basics. I mean,
I would think Flavor Art would be pretty accessible over there, right?
No.
No? Is it because of the alcohol content?
I don't really know because people don't use it. Most people in Latin America and some places in Europe, they only use TPA, Capella, Flavor West.
Gotcha.
Well, Flavor Art in Italy for sure, and some other countries around Italy.
Yeah.
And Canada maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you're not getting Flavor all that easily.
No, Flavora, Wonder Flavors,
Yeah,
Vape is fucking expensive because we cannot import them directly from Australia. We have to send them to the United States and then to Argentina.
Oh,
So
jeez.
they go fucking around the world to get there.
It's crazy.
Are you allowed to take any back with you, or is there limitations on like liquid containers?
I'm not even going to try.
Ah,
I don't want to spend more money doing that. I have Poker, it's my saver, because he's sending me liquids.
nice.
Yeah, he's the best. Max is a piece of shit. I told him, and he said, "No, fuck you, man."
I tried to send you a whole care package, and you didn't want most of the items, so it wasn't my fault.
But you wanted to send me native at 2%.
No, I wanted to send you a basket full of dildos, and you didn't want that.
Oh.
I have plenty.
Yeah, well, you had that telescopic one, which is super nifty.
The traveler.
Yeah. the pocket cock.
The pocket cock. Yeah. That's all you need, man.
Yeah.
Swaggy Shane, what's up, Swaggy Shane? Might get into your black currant here in a little while. I haven't messed with that yet. I messed with the blackberry in one mix, and it turned out okay. I'd have to tweak, fine tune it for sure. But yeah,
Got to pick up some of VSO.
Yeah,
I've been seeing everyone talk about it.
You need to. And he has a. If you use After Dark, you get 17% off. That's my code, and he's doing a deal right now where with his 30 ml bottles. Let me see if I can find the deal real quick. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
No fucking joke.
Oh, that blueberry is the
Blueberry's
best. All right, Grams needs 2 seconds. Needs a reboot.
The banana's fucking killer too, though.
The banana is really good. I was really. I mean,
I'm hearing great things about their grape. That's what.
I don't think I tried grape.
I made
The watermelon.
The watermelon's good. The grapes, the grapes really good. Yeah, here we go. If you're ready to commit, grab 10 of your favorite VSO flavors in 30 mils for a discounted price and use coupon code After Dark and get an even sweeter deal. So he's doing a 10 flavor 30 mil bundle, which is most of the line pretty much. I mean, what are we up to now? About, well, I guess we're between 10 and 15. Let's see, I'll be able to look. I'll go on my ELR because I pretty much have the whole Pokemon collection of them now.
I want to try the pumpkin.
Yeah,
I hate pumpkin, but that one's freaking good.
You were the one that did a recipe with it, right?
No, I haven't really messed with it yet. I did one recipe with it, but I know Fresh did a few with it. Mm-hmm. The one I did, it was more something for my wife, and I really haven't, because like I say, I totally had I'm like a pumpkin racist. I really don't like pumpkin, but
what?
Okay.
I think so. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, let's see. We got apple, banana. We got
the P word.
I don't think you could have found a stronger word to describe how you feel about pumpkin.
Yeah, here's what we have. We have apple, banana, bitters, black currant, blackberry, the blood orange. Dude, you can make a blood orange cream that doesn't taste like a Tic Tac or a baby aspirin out of that stuff very easily.
I'm holding you to that.
Dude,
I love blood orange.
I've been killing. That's what I have going in this right now, and I can't get enough of it.
What is the ratio? What do you use?
I'm using that at like 4. I mean, the flavors, you run them a little higher. They're not super.
So they're not super concentrated.
No, they're not super concentrated, but you're getting a 30 ml bottle for for a decent price, and they're really good. The blackberry, blood orange, blueberry, cherry. His cherry does not taste medicinal. The espresso I used in a tiramisu last week, and I think I finally got a tiramisu that I can vape.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of a weird vapor. I'm still very much into coffees. I love coffee. I just happened to glance down the website there, and I seen a bunch of mochas and espressos, and I was like, okay.
Dude, you have to try Focar's last recipe, ice cream drown. I don't know. Is it public, Max?
Yeah, it's public. Yeah, I saw it up on.
Oh fuck! He sent me that. It's the best coffee I've ever had. It's not like a black or espresso coffee.
It's an affogato.
I'm gonna pull that up now. Is it on all the flavors?
I think so. Yeah.
It should be on the front page.
What's up, Addy? Luke, how you guys doing, man? It's great to see you.
Yeah, see,
I'll be making a video very soon.
You have grape, you have peach, pear, pumpkin, red raspberry. Red raspberry I haven't played with yet, except for when we had the beta testers, and that stuff's good. His sour is really the sweet and the sour, the additives. 1 drop in a 30 ml, and that's all you need.
Wait, the sour is like the sour you get from milk, or
no? It's like a malic acid. Yeah, it's a combination. It's not just malic acid. It's kind of like like you get like a sour like a Sour Patch Kid sour.
Yeah,
yeah, it's that type of sour. It works if you really want like a sour watermelon candy.
Yeah,
that hits the spot.
I was super excited when Capella released his powerful sour or something like that.
Yeah,
it
missed the mark there, didn't it?
Yeah, completely missed the mark.
What's up, Graham?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Ooh, what's up, dude?
Great.
Is someone like cutting metal in the background?
No, Graham's getting abducted by aliens right now.
Now he would appreciate that. He'd probably get fed better.
I absolutely would. I'm actually a better situation at this point.
Sounds like you're like.
Sounds great.
It sounds like you're mining crypto coins over there, bud.
Well, hold on. Let me fix it. Let me plug it. I got a new computer, and I think I plugged the phone into the wrong hole. Hold on.
Oh well,
that sounds pretty common. Sounds common for you.
Last I knew, there were no wrong holes unless you're in prison.
Yeah. Well, even then.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Michelle Hughes, what's up, Michelle? Yeah, Sin's in chat. Let's see who else snuck in here while I was reading through there. Dave Flowers, what's up, Dave?
Oh, another thing
legend, Eddie.
About VSO, Sin has finally found a pair that she really likes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's acetic acid, malic, citric, and tartaric acid.
It's a combination. What pair it is that better?
Interesting.
No, it's so much worse.
It's just bad.
Is it really?
Hey, Jeff Lawson.
You know who I hate? I hate Max and his fucking goddamn microphone critiques. It's fine, right? No, it's not.
It's so bad.
Son of a bitch bastard.
Appreciate that, Luke. I actually have the recipe pulled up. See, it's predominantly vape train. That's interesting.
Yeah.
They make
I
good coffees.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they definitely do. I made one. I released a coffee. I don't think coffee is that popular. I don't think it's like a, like it draws too many eyes.
It's weird. Coffee's one of the ones that it's like you either love it or hate it. There is really no middle ground gray area with coffee.
Like cinnamon. Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah, like cinnamon. Yeah, like Michelle Hughes cannot vape anything with cinnamon in it. It chokes her out, immediately. And she, if it has cinnamon in the mix, she will not even think about it. Yeah, Sin's the one that told me go ahead and don't be afraid of that blood orange and go ahead and give it a shot. And yeah, she was not wrong.
Yeah, I guess I'm one of the weird guys. I like everything. If it tastes good, it just tastes good. Profiles. I'm not like. Racist against any flavors.
You should try it. It's super fun.
I don't know coffees. I've had a few good coffees. Coffees and like rainbow candy. Believe it or not, like when I very first started vaping, I had really really bad ones. And it really took me a while to get over that and realize that they were just individually bad liquids. That you can actually have a good coffee vape, and you can find like a rainbow candy that it's actually doesn't taste like crap or something. It was horrible. I just remember that some company out of New York. It was made. I don't even remember the name of the company. Thank God, because it was terrible.
Yeah. With coffee, what happens to me is I love coffee. I love coffee flavor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And in vape, what happens is I want to vape something that is coffee. When I have it, I tried and I said, no, I didn't want this. I can vape it for an hour and get tired and I want something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olfactory fatigue sets in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts tasting like wet cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Like you're eating the napkin that you set your cup of coffee on.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Frank, what do you do when you travel? Because you travel a lot, right?
I'm leaving. Yeah, say I'm leaving tomorrow. I might be gone for a couple of weeks. The show may be on hiatus for a week or two.
So you make liquid.
Yeah, like I have a few. I have a couple 100 mils that I put in my little toiletry bag. It goes in my other bag, and that's what I take with me. And I usually I'll have a few setups in there. And I'm usually during the day while I'm driving, I have two or three different setups all going with different liquids in it. This way I don't get tired of one. Except my all-day vape with the vanilla custard 2 and the Lucky Shot in it. That I can just vape the living hell out of it. And
wait, what's Lucky Shot?
it's from OS DIY. It's like a caramel. It's almost like a caramel cream pie type of flavor.
Oh,
It's a combination of one. It's a one shot basically, but I use like 6%, and then throw a couple percent of the vanilla custard 2 and the new Bavarian cream from Wonder Flavors and a little bit of sweetener. And I probably don't even need the sweetener, but it tasted so good the first time, I just leave it alone and mix it that way.
I think they market that as like a caramel pie.
Yeah.
It's got like
there's a new one.
It's a new
Which
one.
one are you talking about?
Oh, Lucky Shot.
Oh yeah. That one's good. I think.
I've used that in a few pies that I've done commercial, but it's good. I mean, it's not a bad flavor.
I had the wrong source picked. Just as an update.
There we go. Yeah, you sound perfect now.
Mike sounds great now.
All right, good. So what's up, guys?
Not much. Just hanging out. Getting to know Steam a little bit more, and so.
Steam.
Now, what do you normally? What's like? Do you have a flavor profile, or are you just all over the board? Just whatever's good's good.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a very sporadic mixing style. I just, I'm just like anyone else when they want to go by a grocery store and grab a dessert or something. You get cravings.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to a restaurant and they'll have something on their menu and you just, catches your eye. As a mixer, I'm sure everyone can relate. You just kind of look down at the dessert menu and you're like, I wonder how that would vape.
Exactly.
So you go home and just start mixing. I mean, that's, I'm sporadic like that. I try to go into fit the mold, like, it's Thanksgiving, let's do something pumpkin related. By the way, I did a mix. It's called Give 'em Pumpkin to Talk About. And that was the most dreadful experience that I've ever had trying to nail a pumpkin cookie ever.
The name sounds good though.
Yeah, you nailed the name. You nailed it right there perfectly.
It took like 30 revisions, and I finally got like the pumpkin under the cookie note just enough that you got a pumpkin cookie and not like a pumpkin.
See, you have more patience than me. After about 5 attempts, I'll walk away from it, and maybe a year from now, I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me try that again. And that's the only way I've been able to, go back to over and over stuff. If not, I just say screw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't.
Go-kart.
I don't work on it that hard.
I've thrown away.
Go-kart to 263 before he even gets started.
Well, yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
And then he's ready to really, break out that mold.
I just don't have the patience for it when it comes to all that. I mean, like, there's so many other flavor profiles you can go after that you're going to get something that you still want to vape. I mean,
that's the thing too. With the killer custard too, he did so many versions, and he didn't even like it. Like, he didn't even like the juice that he was trying to mix, but he was just fucking determined to try to make it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so that's so weird.
Well, that's the word I was going to use, was determined. I think it's more the challenge than anything, that keeps you driving, just to get that little bit of a ball, self ball rub. Like, good job, fella.
Yeah.
But once you go into the rabbit hole of a profile that you cannot nail, it's crazy, because sometimes you never be happy with it. You try, and it's nonsense, because
But he wouldn't be happy with it even if he nailed it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even like the coffee
That's
one.
spot on and it's gross.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only recipe that really took me over a year to, like, off and on, I would be like, all right, well, I'm gonna try it again. Let me see if I can get this right. Was my butterscotch crimpet, and it turned out to be a 4-flavor mix, and that was it. And I just, because I was overthinking it.
That recipe is so good.
Because Steamy, you've probably had tasty cake butterscotch crimpets before, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I pretty much nailed it.
It's so
nice. Good. Is it on all the flavors?
Yeah, you did.
It's on all the flavors, and it's on the LR. That one, it took me forever to get it the way I wanted it. Then it was just, I'm like, really? That's all it took? Because it's literally. I didn't get it. I totally forgot to order it last time I was at Bull City. I ordered the other Bull City stuff. I mean, the other vape train stuff I needed, the sweet cream and stuff like that. And that one I totally forgot.
I'm telling you, try it with butter base.
Oh, I'm going to.
Talking about flavors, I saw a recipe from Wayne, I think. I don't know if it is new or an old recipe for a cereal milk that is like 20 flavors.
What?
Oh, it's gotta be old.
Is that the troll? Is that real?
No, it's the old one with
it's old.
Like with it's the cereal, strawberry cereal.
10 loops. It's like
10 loops. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, fuck off with this.
Yeah, who's going to mix that?
Where's that ELR?
It's on all the flavors, I think. Or is it just on DIY or Die?
I saw that on Instagram, and I said, no, this is not from Wayne. It can be.
It does look like
I don't know if you guys have looked back at Wayne's recipes from years ago. Don't be so quick to say that.
No, I know, but that's why I said it. Maybe it's
we all had those. Yeah, we all had those in the beginning, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you weren't even getting started unless it was 20%.
Okay, Luke, Loop,
right?
You and Max both. Put it.
If you've been mixing in the game for like me, I've been mixing since 2013, so 7 years, right? Like we date back kind of to ECF and some of the lesser known mixing grounds, So when you go back to those areas, you're looking at 25, 30, sometimes 40% flavoring.
You remember? Yeah, all the liquids like in vape shops and shit, they're all like at 30-40%.
Right.
And they were all,
Yeah, when it was a 60-40 mix, it was a 60-40 mix because the 40% was the flavoring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then they subtracted from the VG content in order to add nicotine.
Yeah.
So watery, like
any Mother's Milk remix or clone we had in 2014 was like 15% strawberry between TPA and Capella, 4% vanilla custard.
Always the custard. Always.
Yeah. Then you have like 2% sweetener because we were using TPA, and you had to use like 2%. to have any sweetener from.
Yeah, Michelle says it right. These new mixers have no idea how hard it was for us back then. Yeah, they don't know flavor bending now. They just order different flavors to get what they want. They didn't know that you can. They don't know about self muting and flavor bending and stuff like that. That was on its way out when I first started. I guess in 2017.
Yeah.
But I still had to learn it because
it
there was, especially when you only had, you started like 60, 70 flavors at the most, if that, and you're trying to make stuff and you're like, okay, well, if I do this, you'll watch one of Wayne's videos or something. All right, well, if you run this up this high, it's going to self-mute this part of it down and you're going to get this. And so like 8% on something, but you're really only using it for like really 2% of it. The other 6 is to calm it the hell down.
I was using Flavor Arts Cream Fresh to kind of mute things out. I mean, you push that up past what, like 2%, it starts drowning things.
Oh, I believe it.
I remember watching one of Wayne's videos, and he said, if you have to go past 10% with any flavoring, something's wrong with your recipe. And I'm going, this fucking guy has no idea what he's talking about. I'm at 22% here with this one. And he ended up knowing what he was talking about, but you guys freeze.
Yeah, Bill says, right, you had to walk barefoot uphill both ways to get to the computer.
Yeah, that's that shit like Rick lives in that stuff though. Concrete River. Like you don't even need to do it that way, but he still mixes that way. Like, all he does is flavor bending.
You get into that habit. Well, he mixes some, I mean, to get Yakima hops to go with cardamom and stuff like that and make it not taste terrible. And
Koppel is the exact same way. Yes. I love hanging out with those guys, man.
Yeah, they are the wizards. I mean, some of the stuff they do.
First year, when I started mixing, I didn't have TPA, Capella, any flavoring. So I basically was using like food flavorings.
Like McCormick flavors and stuff?
No, but with PG base. But there was a guy that was doing that. They were doing food flavoring, but with PG. So they didn't have cookie flavor. They had vanilla, cream, strawberry, the basics, 10, 20 flavors the most. So you had to be creative to do something good with that.
Oh, dude, in 2013, I probably would have sold my mom to the sex slave market in order for Wonder Flavors line to follow my doorstep. What?
Doing naturally extracted Oreos and shit over there.
Hey, those are the things you dreamed of in 2013. Like, if only a company would grow a pair and start making things other than strawberry and blueberry. Like, please.
I just realized I was only on Top Chat. I never do that, but this new format with this new YouTube studio just threw me all off. I think I had it on live chat. Oh, go ahead.
How's Concrete been, man? I haven't spoken to him since like the last update on his website, which was like 2018 or early 2019, I think.
Well, he shaved his mustache.
But then he grew it back though. And
then he grew a beard.
He's a bearded brethren now. What?
I like him better. Yeah, I think it looks better that way. When he shaved, when he went clean shaven, that was creepy. We're talking. He looked like he was getting ready to take somebody to prom.
Oh my god.
Maybe a middle school prom too. I don't even know. I mean, it was.
I think you need to start putting a disclaimer at the beginning of your videos. We've covered, prior to the chat. I won't bring that up now, but now we have sex slave market. We have dildos. And, there needs to be some kind of a disclaimer.
Well, it is after dark and it is age restricted, so we're good.
Oh, okay, we're golden.
Yeah, I'm not making any money on this. I don't even have 1,000 subs yet, so we're good.
Go ahead and pull out your box of dildos.
No, we do have some limits. I don't want the show. I don't want the stream to get pulled 2 weeks in a row.
I was gonna try and go fuck a pumpkin just to make Daytime Frank mad. I know he doesn't like him.
Does that translate to real life, Frank? Is that like
no, not at all. No, I love pumpkin pie. It's just pumpkin vapes. The whole pumpkin spice thing, like me and Starbucks are not friends. I mean, it's just it's not my thing. Like the wife,
like $9 small coffees, bro.
Nah, now the wife loves going to. I mean, not so much going to Starbucks, but when the fall hits. I mean, Grant, living down here, it's not like you're going to throw Ugg boots on and a hoodie until about February, maybe. But yeah, we're talking pumpkin spice. Everything comes in this house.
Shane's kind of got me thrown for a loop here a little bit. He's talking about naturally extracted Oreos not being pleasant. Is that even a thing?
Nah,
No, I don't think so.
That was a joke. Don't do that.
That'd be awesome if it was though.
But he did put a poll up between, was it pineapple and coconut for his next flavor, and coconut is winning in a landslide.
Well, people like coconut, man. I mean, a good coconut is good.
Good coconut's hard to come by too. I mean,
Flavor did a good job.
Yeah,
Flavor is coconut.
Yeah, Flavor sweet coconut. Yeah, that is. The Mullenberry palm coconut is okay, but don't run it like the percentages they recommend, because you will get copper tone.
Chocolate Deutsch, man. Chocolate Deutsch.
Is a perfect German chocolate, just like the name says. You get that coconut note with the chocolate. If you want to do, let's say, like a Mounds bar or an Almond Joy with that, that chocolate coconut, and then throw like a darker chocolate on top of it. Oh, dude,
yes.
you're there.
Mullenberry. There is a Mullenberry. What is it, Max? The one we use for the Samoa cookies.
Oh,
chocolate.
Oh yeah, Bounty. Yeah,
is chocolate and
that's basically it's basically
what about Vape Train? Vape Train's desiccated.
Yeah, desiccated. Yeah, you have to get that from chefs.
What about the other one? What about the other coconut? Have you tried the regular coconut by Vape Train?
I don't think so.
Anyone? It's so fucking accurate. It's unusable. It's unusable. It's so accurate. It doesn't change into the suntan lotion, but it gets right to that point where everyone else's would, and it's so like. It's like that, like cold, like shredded coconut shit.
Yeah,
you ever had that?
Coconut. Oh, I like
like a piece of, like a chunk of coconut.
I like what Addie did. Addie's finding hand soaps. I guess this is post-virus mixing. He found a hand soap that smelled so good he made an e-liquid out of it using zesty lemongrass and cap spearmint.
You weird motherfucker.
Hey, Addie, if anybody is going to take a hand sanitizer or something and turn it into an e-liquid instead of the other way around, he's going to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of chocolate,
I'm blaming the Argentinian.
I had to hop off the screen real quick, so I had to go find it. When did Inawera make their change to the milk chocolate?
2017?
No, before that.
Oh, you have an old bottle. Oh, yeah.
The OG.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, when they changed it, oh God, no.
I just found it when I was packing, unpacking and like organizing. Yeah. I was like, wow, I still have that. I'm gonna have to savor that. Put it on my finger every once in a while.
What was the other flavor they're brewing? Like the
waffle. The waffle.
The waffle.
Yeah, I think
I was in the midst of a waffle. I was in the midst of developing a waffle flavor when that happened. That's the only reason I remembered it. The chocolate, I just remember hopping on Facebook one day and like Wayne made a post about it and it went like crazy. I was like, what? Yeah. So I think I tucked this away at that point in time. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Luke Loop's got the connection for the OG Inawera chocolate.
Well, but now we have. What? That was before Hansen Australian chocolate and all the Vape Train chocolates.
Yeah, the Vape Train chocolates. The Vape Train they've done some good flavors, but their chocolates are probably, if you wanted to put stuff in different categories, who makes the best? I would say, as far as chocolates go, I think you got to put Vape Train either number 1 or number 2.
Yeah,
they're number 1. But Caps, what was that one that Volkart found?
The double chocolate 2.
Double chocolate 2.
I bought it for one of the mixes, and I forgot which one it was, and I never did it.
It's double chocolate V2. That's good for like a chocolate syrup, but you're not gonna ever get away from that. Yeah. Glamour chocolate's not too bad, but it gets weird. You gotta let it sit for a while.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of Mullenberries is a lot of them they're steepers. I mean, you're not doing a whole lot of shaken vapes. Like I found an older recipe with pineapple lassi that Fresh had done, and it was VSO blueberry, Flavor West kiwi, FA juicy strawberry, and pineapple lassi. And even after an overnight steep, it's weird because the pineapple lassi instead of being like like the pineapple with the yogurt back notes, to me with all that in there, it kind of came up coconutty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the other stuff in it, and I was just like, this is weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
It wasn't supposed to be. Like, even it said in his description that you get the pineapple, the pineapple lassie comes out on the exhale, and it's called Toonie's Lassie, because it was the blueberry and the strawberry and the kiwi, and I was just like, wow, I'm gonna let it steep a little bit more. Because,
what percentage?
It's like 2, I think. It's nothing.
That's pretty low.
That's
Yeah,
Pineapple Lassie. I usually run that like 4.
Let me see if I can find it again.
Yeah, you cannot go over 4 because that shit is sweet.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, it is. It's very sweet. Well, the reason why I even started using it was from, from Blush.
Oh yeah.
Which I haven't mixed that in a while. I gotta mix that again.
I wish it wasn't such a long recipe.
Well, I never did get the FA milk, so I've been using cream milky undertone.
No, you have to
dude,
use FA milk.
Yeah.
No, you have to.
Dude, you get a pineapple if you don't.
I get the I get the pineapple in it.
Because you're not using FA milk.
Yeah, FA milk does something where it mutes it.
Oh no, yeah, pineapple lassie is at 4%. It's 4% on the lassie in that mix.
I get the pineapple even with the FA milk, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I like it though. I mean, I wanted to pretend like we didn't, that during that whole thing, during that hype fest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a little the pineapple, a little bit.
I never got pineapple, but I'm a strawberry mute. So.
We were shooting for the stars there. We were going for recipe of the year. We got to bullshit a little bit. Everyone knows that.
It was a good mix. I mixed I went through a couple of 60 mils of like 3 of them, I think. And for me to go through 360 mils of anything, that's saying something because, let's face it, as mixers, you don't have to make the same mix twice.
No, we don't. And if you do, make sure that it's platinum blush.
Well, yeah.
You're still pushing that shit on.
Little hype.
Again. Building the hype again.
Hey, the fucking game has changed. I'm trying to bring excitement back. Jesus Christ. When Steam left, it was full blown excitement. It's gotten a little stale lately. Is it not? Am I the only one?
Yeah.
What's that, mixing in general, or?
Yeah. It's like we need you back, Steam.
Let's do it.
We need you back. For sure. You know how it used to be.
I'll be jumping back in. We need some drama? Is that what you're...
No. We don't need drama. Yeah, we got enough drama, trust me.
You're right. We don't need any. Just kidding. We don't need any drama, Steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
VSO, my old channel, my original channel was Steam Room, but I had to change it because everyone who was looking for it was complaining about seeing old men in towels instead of finding my channel. So,
hey, who's complaining?
I didn't put a lot of thought into it originally. I just was like,
oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's how I found you. I was looking for old men in towels, and I found you.
Well, I'm getting ready to experience another brand change. Kind of. The channel is staying the way it is, but I'm going to start doing something called liquid therapy. I'm going to start mixing with CBD and THC.
Okay.
So that should be an interesting venture into mixing. But I'm still going to do flavors. Obviously, I'm not straying away from that or anything. But
the challenge is to really get the flavors to come out. Especially, I'm not sure about on the THC side of it, but I mix with CBD isolate, and if I go over, let's say, 10 milligrams, it gets earthy, and a lot, especially after it steeps. And when it steeps, it gets nice and potent. Yeah, because the wife loves it that way. I mix it for her, and I did start doing some of the sublinguals, and I mixed that at 20 milligram. Yeah, and I'll throw some like the flavors that really weren't good as far as vaping, like remember like the 1-drop flavors and stuff. I'll throw all that stuff in the sublinguals because it mixes with that just fine. You get a little bit of a flavor and it covers up that earthiness.
Yeah, the earthy tone.
No, like, I don't know, like with terpenes and all that. I haven't messed with any of that, but I know like with just a regular powder isolate, it can get earthy with.
Well, when I first started doing like mixing content, I had already been mixing for a good period of time, so I knew exactly what I was getting into, what I had to present and explain and all this stuff. I was well versed. When it comes to that type of stuff, I'm not. I have very helpful friends who are manufacturers that are going to teach me.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a different experience because I'm going to be making videos, learning myself,
Yes,
and teaching what I learned. You know what I mean? It's going to be a completely different approach. So that I think will keep things interesting. I think.
oh yeah, because it's something that it's still relatively new in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's been around for a couple of years now, for the most part, and just about every state has, every town you go to, you can find CBD.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
like
it's
right here,
decriminalized here now, so
yeah, I can go up the street here at the gas station, go buy a 12-pack, get a tank of gas now for about $10, and get some really crappy CBD for like $5.
Oh yeah, you got to go to those tobacco huts, man. The ones that sell like half tobacco, half liquid. You got to go there. They actually have the good stuff. But
yeah, I mean that's the whole thing, because people that aren't versed in it, they don't really. There's not something they're really into, but they hear about it and it's like, oh, well, I hear about all these good medicinal benefits of it. Let me go and try it. And they'll go to a gas station because they saw a sign that says CBD. And next thing you know, that's their first introduction to it, and it's terrible. And now they have in their head, oh, that stuff's garbage. That stuff doesn't work for me.
You just described why like so many people don't like vaping, or they don't think it's a successful smoking cessation tool because they checked out the local Quickie Mart and got some horrible stuff. And
yeah, bought like the original Enjoy Cigalikes and stuff like that weren't all that great. And
or the blue, like you buy something that's completely airy and you don't even really get any flavors, so it's kind of like.
And all those shops have the shittiest liquid too. If they had good liquid, those shops would do so good. But people most people get their first device from one of those places, probably, right? Like a smoke shop or whatever. Mm-hmm. And if they have such shitty liquid, if they like it, they end up going to like a different place that makes actual liquid, and they never go back to it.
Yeah, when I was working at the vape shop, I worked at a vape shop for roughly 2 years, something like that. And people would come in and tell me like, people would have their friends bring them in, and I would have to explain to them the difference in like house-made liquid and then, something that was made in wherever over in India or something, where it's just like they use, like Nashef explained earlier, it's just TPA, Capella, Flavor West. And then, we have so many more available flavors. It's a different quality, and not to mention we put a lot more care into it because you develop a line versus let me just grab some flavors and make a quick profit.
Yeah,
and in CBD something similar happens because from what I heard, mixing with terpenes is not easy at all.
No, it's not. Mm-mm. And then even after you mix it, you've got certain like temperature ceilings that you can't heat it too much. If you sub them it, you're gonna have a bad time.
And you have problem with the gaskets and rubber in the RDAs and shit. And I know that they don't mix with flavorings because they want to go all natural, all the benefits from terpenes, but the flavor they get is not what they could get if they use our flavorings.
It's free range radicals, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why like the terpene side of it, I haven't even touched it just because, I just don't have the time to invest in really learning it because I'm not doing, I'm not learning it to make, to do anything commercially. I'm just doing it, to help my wife out, help her out with her, her pain.
That's why more people need to mix, man.
Home improvement, exactly. Yeah, a tea profile with the earthiness. Yeah, that can use Flavor lemon tea or like one of the black teas or something, and then put some flavors on top of that. That's a real good idea for that.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited right now. Have you guys ever heard? You probably haven't. They're literally just coming out with, and they're kind of more on the commercial end. But it's one of my clients that I work with in Australia. They're friends with Theo. Theo Theart,
yes,
with Vape Train, all those guys. And he's releasing a naturally extracted line for tea, coffee, and for tobaccos. So he's sending me his line. I'm handling his media, so that's why I got to take pictures, do all that stuff. But it's interesting because I'm also getting sticks mixed in at pretty much the same time. And I really do enjoy naturally extracted tobaccos. I know a lot of people look at those like, we came from cigarettes, but it's a completely different thing. This is how tobacco is supposed to taste.
Yeah, I looked at it. It took me a while to, I guess, to grasp tobaccos, thinking that as well. But once you once you're far enough away from cigarettes, and now you can appreciate a good tobacco.
Absolutely, and it's a tool. I mean, when you think about it, look, like if you have chocolate Deutsch, for example, you know, if you're making a German chocolate, add a little bit of dark tobacco to that, and
like a shade, God. Like put like a little Kentucky shade or a Connecticut shade in there.
Exactly. If you treat it like a an additive versus an actual flavor. I mean, if you enjoy tobacco, use it as a flavor. But you know, if you just give it a shot, you know, Vape Train's got they got tobaccos too, right? Vape Train does.
I think they're going to release them pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't have. I don't think
Which ones do they have? You have Vape Train tobaccos, Max?
No, I think you can get them at Chef's. So I didn't pick them up last time I went, but yeah, they have a bunch of them at Chef's, I believe.
Yeah, I heard they did, and I haven't seen any of them. But
man, I'm just.
I heard they taste like banana.
You say you're a Flavor fanboy?
When it comes to tobaccos, yeah. I mean, I like
Connecticut Shade. I love it.
Dude, I'm like the biggest fan of Native that there could ever be. It's my favorite tobacco. I think that 1% in every mix, any tobacco mix, it stands out and it makes it dry. I love it. It's my fucking.
It's really good.
It's so good.
I went and redid all my candies with 2%.
And the article you did, Max, he did an article about tobaccos, specifically Flavora. Super useful. If you are starting in tobaccos, go read that article because super simple, super friendly.
Max,
it's great.
Max, you're writing articles, bro?
This guy right here is a fucking multimedia. I mean, he's a goddamn conglomerate. So you call it? He's a juggernaut. No. That's what he is. He's a
okay, I've been too far removed. I need to read up.
Yeah, but you're coming back with a vengeance. I mean, come on. This new show of yours.
No, man, I'm trying to creep through the shadows, bro. I'm not trying to make noise. No. I'm just trying to get back to having fun, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and that's what this channel's always been about. It's just having fun, hanging out, you know. Every once in a while, we actually come up with a pretty good mix, you know, because, you know, let's face it, a blind nut even finds a squirrel, you know, a blind squirrel even finds a nut.
I never knew you mixed on this show.
It happens every once in a while.
No, it does.
It used to happen more. But.
Yeah, you had Graham, me, and Nashef, and then I never saw any mixing happen.
No, it normally doesn't happen. When you get to read on here.
I thought it was always just a shit show, and I always had such a good time. That's why I love this show.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask you guys?
You're talking about mixing?
Fuck. Can I ask you guys a question, just to kind of help me, you know, get back into it?
Absolutely.
If like
yes.
Okay, so I've been out of here for 15.
Still don't know where the high school girls hang out.
Say what?
Sorry, I said we still don't know where the high school girls hang out.
Oh God!
Come on, knock it off. That's the question you're asking.
Damn it! You already That answered it. So.
Right.
No. So, I mean, a lot of flavors have came out in the last 15 months, right? Like, so. I mean, I'm assuming, but like, what would be like 2 flavors that you guys would have to have if you were to buy like the new flavors that just came out? Like, what should I put on my list?
Vanilla custard V2 from TFA.
Yes, and VSO blood orange. They're my top 2.
Strawberry baked by Wonder Flavors.
Just a moment. I'm gonna need y'all to say that again, because I'm literally taking notes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and strawberry cheesecake from Wonder Flavors.
Vanilla custard V2 TPA.
No, you don't.
I don't. Maybe it's just me. I don't like their cheese.
Oh, I love that one. That one's perfect. If they make that without the strawberry and just leave it a regular cheesecake, even though the
so good, yeah.
But I think it was Addy that was it a fresh. I believe it was Addy made a mix, and he was able to hide the strawberry.
Oh, really?
And keep the cheesecake, and I was just like, you're a chemist. You act like you're an electrician, but you're really a chemist, because that is just amazing that he was able to do that.
It's between a strawberry cheesecake and a strawberry milk.
Yeah, it's kind of
right there.
Kind of yogurty.
And the other one is Vape Train Butter Base.
Oh yeah,
Vape Train's Butter Base.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want the most clean butter taste to do it, anything, all the butter flavor that's in Vape Train, it's that basically isolated. It's amazing. You put it in fucking everything. If you
I'm
want
a dessert
like
guy, so
yeah, if you want a perfect butter, you could use like anywhere under 1%, but you can go up to 1%, and it's still really good. There's no off notes.
And it's clean.
Yeah.
What? It's a clean butter?
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
off note like with golden butter or like
Yeah.
some of the other acetone notes that you get from like the TFA where it's kind of spicy. Yeah, you don't get that.
That's what I was gonna ask. The acetone.
Yeah.
No, it's clean. Yeah, it's definitely a clean one. It's one I keep forgetting to put on my damn list. I have it set up now. My next order, it's first thing it's going in the cart.
Yeah.
I'd buy a lot of it.
Acetone just cleans everything, huh?
Yeah, flapper pie. Yeah, Nevin says VTA vanilla cream and their Wonder Flavors flapper pie.
Who?
Nick.
The new guy, Nick
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah, the new guy.
Oh, the new guy.
There's a new guy.
Nick Evans. Dude has only been mixing for like 2 weeks. He's already got one shot.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah, Steam, everybody.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
that's,
congratulate him for that, man. That's a move. I like that. That's
that's a
awesome.
new thing now, dude. If you've been on the ATF at all, or ELR even, you get one shots.
Really?
They hand them out like the like a golden ticket. Everybody gets them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I got a friend here. He hasn't even mixed yet, but
So-
now he's gonna have a one shot.
He's already signed up. He's doing eight one shots right off the bat.
They signed him on potential.
Yeah.
Community involvement, bro. Community involvement. That's awesome.
Yep.
I think it took me like 2.5, 3 years to get a one shot.
Oh, I like when Nevin
little
just put
salty.
that guy that made the highest rated recipe on your show when you weren't there. Oh.
Don't remember.
It's too bad nobody understood what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was a good fucking mix, though. God damn it.
Hey, I will say another thing too. If you're a strawberry mute, that strawberry gummy candy,
Oh, yeah.
the new guy
Those gummy
mixed in
candy
them. Yeah.
by
Wonder Flavors.
I have their line. I should have that. No.
Yeah, it's a super concentrated.
Is it a newer flavor?
From last year.
I haven't
Yeah.
talked to Frank, so
Yeah, it's about a year ago. I think it was in the prior release because his last release was the first one that I was able to, get on the list for. But I bought most of the last release prior to that.
They
What
said
else?
A lot of Mullenberry stuff is easier to get here now than before. They have it at Bull City. They have it at Wizard Labs.
I am a wild raspberry nut. That is like my favorite flavor ever. By
I was gonna
Mullenberry.
say, where's Fidago? Medicine flower, wild raspberry is the one that he says. Yeah,
Lotus, medicine flower.
Yeah, I know, right?
Simon sent me that.
Yeah,
Simon sent
that's
me-
like the best raspberry.
Love it.
Cost him like he had to take a home equity loan for it.
Yeah, you really do.
But
best thing I
that's only
found was just
that's
the
only if you
diluted.
want a 30 mil. I think they have financing options for 30 mils and up.
Oh god.
I
Just have
think
to dilute it.
right now it might be 0% too because interest rates are low.
I'd definitely get that bounty too. That bounty from Mullenberry is
Yeah.
super good. It's a chocolate, kind of chocolate coconut.
Do you have fizzy sherbet?
That's what?
Fizzy sherbet.
I do. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, citrus soda, but you probably got that from Flavora, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, Flavor needs another release here soon. I mean, granted, I know being in Washington, they've been fighting a whole lot of other stuff, and I mean, obviously, right now, probably nobody's gonna be releasing much.
I just realized, they should really do an IQ test collectively over the vaping. Do you know what it takes to remember notes, different concentrates that you have, things you don't have? Like you have a library of flavors just sitting in your mind.
That's all I got going on.
It's so insane when you think
My
about
IQ's still super low.
It's all there.
it. Mine too. Don't worry, I've taken a couple of headshots in my lifetime, so
What else?
Oh, let's see what is going on here. Why is that?
There's
not
got to
working?
be more flavors. I just can't
Yeah.
think of them. A lot of stuff that Wonder Flavors, they're going to be coming out with a baked pineapple for sure.
Yeah.
So when that comes out, get that.
baked pineapple.
Yeah, for like a pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, that's been on my list forever. Like that's
Well, we in our
carrot.
show we were talking about that flavor, and Frank was on the chat. We're talking that
Yes.
we need a baked pineapple to do a upside down
hmm
pineapple cake, and he sent us a sample of what they are working on for that flavoring, and it's fucking awesome.
Really? Who's this? Who is this from? I didn't catch the manufacturer.
Wonder Flavors.
Wonder Flavors.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Frank is pretty amazing with his flavors.
He really listens to people.
He does. I think that's the difference.
That's crazy. He was on chat. Yeah, he was when we were doing this show. He was on chat. I said, "Okay, I got it."
And it showed up in like a week. The beta.
Oh, Sin just posted her pear recipe. Let's check this puppy out. Please use Delosi pear, not... Oh, okay, she used Delosi pear.
I'm surprised she used Flora pear.
I gotta throw this out there because like my boy's in the chat and all that stuff. So
yeah,
like if anybody builds coils or wants to learn to build coils, he's the guy to sub to.
Oh,
like I don't know if you guys remember Josh, but it's been a couple years ago. He had a pretty sizable channel for a period of time. He did the mini me version of himself on a green screen. Pretty cool guy. You need to check out his channel too, but he's gone. He's not coming back. But Rambo knows his stuff. He runs a group on Facebook called Coil Wars. Awesome
yes.
dude. And he will definitely get you spinning some metal.
Yeah, that's something I've always had trouble with.
Me too. Don't feel different because of that. I'm 5 rap guy. That's about it. I tried to spin a drill and I got tangled up in it and it was a mess. So
yeah, that's pretty much where I've been with it too. I'm trying to figure out. My wife says that she's. Today was I hooked up security lights. And they're supposed to be motion sensors. She says they're not going off and she can't get them to show up on the app. And she's like, "Can you figure that out real quick?" I'm like, "Trying to."
They've got a hot sale right now. Like the Google Nest Cam popped up on my Slick Deals thing earlier. I was thinking about grabbing it.
Yeah, this one we got from QVC. Like, hell, it's been 6 months ago, and I finally got around to hooking the lights up. I did the cameras were super easy. And the lights were a little bit more of a pain in the ass. It was an Arlo system.
Lighting is my enemy right now, bro. Really. Yeah. You know those guys on YouTube that get like super crisp video and all that stuff? Like I'm studying 3-point and 4-point systems and stuff, and it's just like it looks nice when it's on a graph, but then you try to do it in the room or space you have, and it's just like, what? I spent all this money and I can't get it right. Like it's frustrating. It feels like mixing at the very beginning. That's what it feels like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I totally believe
that.
I
wish Nashef was still home. Nashef's setup is crazy.
It's sick.
Like he's got the camera set up and everything.
No, but it's not perfect at all.
Yeah,
but you make it look perfect because you're so good looking, so it doesn't matter.
No. And if I show you my setup now, I sent Max a photo where I'm using right now to do the show. It's a
your
glass,
current one sucks.
with a box on top, the laptop. I have the one light like hanging from the ceiling.
It's on a Tupperware container.
Yeah.
Michelle Hughes has a deer cam. Does that count? It could. If you're hunting deer.
Depends on what your security issue is, I guess.
Yeah.
Middle school girls or?
Well, she's out in the sticks, so she's. I'm sure between deer and who knows what the heck probably shows. She's up in the mountains too, I think, in Alabama. So you probably get all kinds of critters up there that aren't the friendliest.
I wonder if I know when you, Steam, did the show outside. There was a couple of videos that you did outside, like in the. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that again. I actually bought one of those like fold-out tables from Sam's Club, like $40, and like I got a boom pole now, so like I can do that. That time I had to tie the microphone to a branch. Like, dude, I had to. I wish I would have like shown bloopers or something. It would have been awesome. I was like shimmying up a tree with no climbing spikes or anything. Just like my stomach hurt that entire time I was recording, dude. Like the bark was just ripping skin, bro. It was horrible. But yeah,
but it looked awesome on camera. The lighting, the it was very chill. It was perfect.
I don't want to ruin it for you, man. The experience recording was anything but. There was birds everywhere. Like you start talking and chirp, 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 chirp. chirp, 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 chirp. It's like, oh my god, dude, I have like one of those like microphones that pick up everything. So every time I hear them, I'd be like, okay, restart again.
Yeah.
It was insane, man.
Yeah, there was some buckshot just taking care of them. then more come.
Now I just want to see the bloopers though.
Yeah.
You gotta do the bloopers, man. That's our show is nothing but bloopers.
I vengefully deleted those, so.
Oh man.
No, I didn't actually get them. I waited till everything was up and then started recording. But yeah, it's probably somewhere. I'm just wondering if they're gonna open up deer hunting year round after this quarantine situation's over, because those like deer are laying in the middle of the road out here sleeping. Like when I
because there's no traffic.
It's their world now. Like
yeah, we're inside. They don't care. They're like, yeah, screw you.
I hit one earlier this year, dude. Like it did almost $3,000 worth of damage to my car.
Oh, and they will tear some shit up, and they're not insured either. That's what sucks.
They're my enemies now. Like I want to run out there with a Rambo knife and like take them down.
I had one hit my pickup truck. My pickup truck didn't have a scratch on it, and I mean I took pride in that thing. I washed it, waxed it, took care of it. I had one side basically hit me from the side and beat the hell out of the side of my pickup truck. After that, I'm like, yeah, that was 10 years ago. I think I might have had it washed once since then. I don't really care anymore after that.
Did you name your truck?
No, I don't do that.
Was it a she or a he?
It was a truck. I don't.
Okay. Thank God you're one of those.
Yeah, it didn't have a gender. It didn't even have a Hemi, or it only had a Magnum engine. I still have it though. I get back and forth to work with it just fine. I gotta get new tires for it before I take it through inspection again. The back tires are bald. They passed it because I'm a regular customer there. They're like, yeah, since we know you, but you really need to get back tires. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Hey guys, I have to go.
Truck. Is it like one of those old tanks?
Nah, it's not that good. All right, now, Chef, appreciate you, brother. We'll see you on Developed.
It was really nice to see you guys. My wife, I was making dinner, and I said my wife, hey, take over. She's going to kill me.
Uh-oh.
So it was fun.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Hopefully you get home soon.
Yeah. See you guys.
See you.
Here, buddy.
God, I hate him.
No, you don't. Bullshit.
His accent just brings the sexiness to the.
Oh, I could sit there. He could just do ASMR, and I just, I could totally get off to that.
I just don't get how he's been stuck in Miami. He's stuck in the U.S. and his English is getting worse and worse.
Because look where he's at. They speak more Spanish in Miami than they do in Argentina.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And he had probably 17 different dialects of it in Miami. At least he has probably only a few in his general area in Argentina.
Well, that was the one thing I was feeling bad for him because I think his wife doesn't speak any English. But he's like, I'm in Miami. I'm like, that's true. Like, you don't have to worry about it because everybody in Florida, most people in Florida, they speak Spanish anyway. So
yeah, Florida's a melting pot. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah.
It's the same here. We're a big tourist area for our state because of the university here.
Yep.
It's like top 100 schools in the country or something. So a lot of people, import themselves.
It's funny you mentioned going to Sam's Club. I've delivered cars in that parking lot of that Sam's Club where you're in Charlottesville.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a good-sized parking lot.
Yeah, well, that back section there, they use that for, there used to be Brown dealerships. I forget what they call them now.
They set up tents?
No, they don't have the tents. They just, they use that area. The sheriff's office uses it a couple times a year for like a statewide rodeo or something.
No kidding.
Yeah, like for the motorcycles and all that. But they use that back section for storage. For the hotel uses it part of the time for what they need to do, and then like for an overflow lot, and then the rest of it, there's Chrysler, Subaru, Honda. I think they're the main three that are on that little strip right there out on 29, and they use that lot to take their deliveries because you can't deliver out there on 29, obviously.
So weird, yeah. It's weird that you know all that. Yeah, Brown's is right there on 29.
Yeah, it used to be Brown's. They changed the name now. What the hell is it now called? Oh, it's a Polish name. Something ski. I can't remember what it is now. Natalie, what's up, Natalie?
Hi, Natalie.
Nah, I don't think Max hates you, Nevins. I just think he's jealous of you.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to get back, man. I've acquired a bit more equipment. Like today, literally, I just bought a DJI Mavic Mini. So I'm gonna start doing, like I was saying, I bought a table, like to start shooting more video outside. And I picked up a drone today with the full bundle. Like
Oh,
I got 3 more
nice.
batteries. Yeah, man. Like I'm super stoked because I'm starting a media company. I've
Yeah.
got three clients currently that I handle their social media
Mm-hmm.
for, and it made me realize how much I missed this, like the vaping community, because it's a community. It's
Oh,
not like
absolutely.
like it's different with managing other people's social media and having to interact because it's like paid for type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just still, it's fun. I mean, it's what I've done forever. So, but this is different, man. This is personal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a community, it's a family. Brothers and sisters, they fight, and we
Yeah,
have that in this community. It's just the way it is. I mean, and usually at the end of the day, if someone tries to come in from the outside, i.e., Cuomo or Schumer, and the main enemies, we fold in and we're united again.
absolutely. Yeah, I've had my share of drama. There was a guy that had his daughter on screen. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but there was a guy that was mixing with like his 10-year-old daughter and had her testing flavors, not like actually vaping it, but like putting on her finger and all that. And he was in the midst of our, PMTA talk
Yeah.
back in, 2016, I think it was.
Well, yeah, well,
And,
8816s when a lot of people realize this could be taken away from us pretty easily if we don't protect it.
Yeah, yeah, and our followings kind of like went at each other, which was like the first time I ever noticed that I had like a little bit of influence. I hate that word, and I hate the vape celebrity term. You know what I mean? Like I hate that stuff. So like when my channel started growing, I noticed there's a diverse group inside our community, right? Like you have the mainstream guys that follow Jay Hayes. I don't want to say anything bad about the guy or anything, but I just don't appreciate it. Like the whole let's attack people thing. But
Yeah.
I've seen like those diverse people coming in, and before that, like it was all love. There was like very little trolling. But after that, like my channel started getting hit with like hundreds, if not thousands of dislikes, and I was just like, wow, these guys are really, it broadened my eyes a little bit more to the community, and was like, man, I learned some lessons during that process, but it really made me feel more like this was a family than it was anything, because
we saw when there was 4,500 of us all hanging out in front of Donnie's house, partying on his front lawn. Basically, we weren't even partying. We were just there for one common goal and one cause, and I never really expected anything to truly come out of it, except maybe a little bit of media, but no, it went a lot further than that.
Yeah, I really have to commend UVA and Vaping Legion, because those guys, night and day. Me and them have had our discretions in the past as well, but when it comes to the advocacy thing, I have to.
They kicked ass. They kicked ass. It was so well organized, and when we left it just as in the same shape, if not better, than when we arrived.
Yeah, there was literally guys left behind that were going around picking up like leftover bottles and coils and things like that. And there was someone that posted on Facebook a 30 mil, and name another community that you could do that, right? Like a consumable that's left on the ground, and you're gonna trust getting it, like retrieving it. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no other community like that.
That day it was our Woodstock without the mess. it was
so awesome.
It would have been nicer if it was 60 degrees instead of 50 degrees, but oh well,
I was used to it at that point.
I wasn't, from being down here, and I flew in that morning and then flew back that evening.
Oh, what's up, Bobby? Hey, sorry, that guy was asking about the racks on the wall on Instagram. That's awesome that he popped up.
Cool.
I'm a busy guy. Sorry, Bobby. It took me 15 hours to respond to you, bud. But yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully, you'll be able to get a rack. I also found something really cool. I'm gonna need to.
Yeah, go for it.
Here, let me show you.
I saw that, Michelle, that you're going to Mardi Gras. Hopefully, you'll be able to. I'm pretty sure by then everything will be more normal. Yeah, it got chilly by the end of the day there, Rambo. It was, but it was all good though.
Sorry about that. So I found this for $7 on Amazon, and it pretty much fits the entire like vape train line. They're like smaller bottles. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
cool.
of the 10 mils. Yeah.
It's $7, but it's like a lipstick holder.
Yeah.
I use them. I got my little additives and stuff here.
Yeah, I have a couple of them that I used to use, and then I started outgrowing them. I still have like one or two that I use.
Well, I was telling Rambo that the other day that I think I want to do a video like, top 5 weird things vaping related or something like that, And I was going to do a mixing version of that, like top 5 mixing accessories, not include like the basics, like a scale and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like shelving and storage, because that's huge for a lot of people. I mean, my shit's a mess. I mean, it's loosely organized. Let's just say that.
Organization, and how you store shit is so key to like getting shit done too.
Yeah,
and ideas that you're gonna get, sometimes you need it to jump out to you.
Yeah, because I have 2 3-drawer three drawer chests here, plus another extra drawer that just has Flavora in it, and it's like Flavora's in one, Mullenberry's in one. I got some supplies in other ones, and then I got like Wonder Flavors, Flavor West, Flavora, random stuff. Another one's just TFA and Capella, and some VSO, and then the bottom one's like One Shots and VSO and some extra Flavor West and some Flavor Express and stuff like that. So it's loosely organized. Like if I know I'm looking for, a Flavora flavor, I know where to go. And then when there's 100 Flavora flavors in there and they're not organized, you try to remember, okay, well, is it in one end, the tall bottles? Is it in a, I mean, you're trying to remember when you bought it just to try to cut down the time of trying to find it. Because if you go ahead and you alphabetize them, first time you use it, you're good at putting back. I know for me, I'm not going to put it back exactly where I found it, and it's going to be a mess again anyway. So why waste my time?
I would love to find a coder in this community that has the time to dedicate to it, but make us like an app where you can literally put in all that information and keep track of it. You know what I mean? Like an organizer for your flavors.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. He could even charge for that, and I'd buy it.
That's what I was saying. Like I would gladly put money into that, and then put that app out there, and then like charge $1 for it or something. Put some ads on it, like non-intrusive ads or something that would recoup the money, but something out that would put it out there for the community to be able to use, because that's a huge tool, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I need it for just inventory alone. Fuck. I always miss shit all the fucking time. It's like doing like commercial shit and stuff. Like you go through stuff and then you forget. Yep. And you're like, oh fuck, I only got like a gram of this left. I can't.
And then you have to stall your development in order, like,
because you have to order more. Yeah.
Pretty much.
And right now there's a lot of stuff that just with everything going on right now, you have certain states that just like what do they call it now? River Supply is shut down because the governor said they weren't essential, and I'm not sure what Liquid Barn's doing. I think Liquid Barn somehow are they shut down?
Yeah, there's a fight going on right now to keep the anti-tobacconists are really coming after the essential title, which is weird because you got all these convenience stores that are conveniently selling cigarettes, and they're considered essential.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's sickening, man. There are petitions out there right now you can go sign and stuff.
Yeah, I've gone through a bunch of them. Oh yeah, I'm a mod for North Carolina for CASA, so
nice.
So I go through all that. I'm like the only one left. There was a couple other ones and they kind of fallen off. So I'm the only mod, and I put Sherwin and Jim Winstead. I gave them power to be able to just post whatever they want there, and because I trust that they're not going to spam it. And I know.
Did you ever hear about the update on the UVA rally that's supposed to happen on the 2nd?
I have not heard of an update. I pretty much guarantee you it's not going to happen on the 2nd because
no.
But at least we did get a 4-month extension on the PMTA. It's now going to be September. Yes, Michelle. Yeah, we're in the same mod chat for CASA because all the state moderators are in the same chat on Facebook.
I'm gonna actually.
Forrest says Liquid Farm is shipping. I guess it's just
so they must be open.
well, it's a county thing. VSO saying that with a River Supply, it's because they're in Ventura County. It doesn't surprise me. Southern California, they're.
I thought Fresh said they were closed or something like that. Somebody told me they were closed.
I thought maybe Liquid Barn might have been, but I haven't ordered from them recently. But I did get an email from them, so that's where I just thought of that. I did get an email from them, so they are shipping.
Mm.
Another one. I'm looking to see if there's an update. I just thought about it.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I have not seen an update on the May rally yet because I'm not sure if they even knew yet. I know Tristan. He's been battling some stuff. Hey, little angel. He's been battling some stuff with the virus in his family, and I'm not sure. His wife. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he may. I don't know if he has it or not, but I know he was a little bit concerned about it.
Yeah. Well, his wife is in a bad way already. So.
Yeah. I mean, Jersey just got hit hard with it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. New York ban didn't help.
No, and New York's just ass. Yeah, Jersey and New York, they're just. I mean, Max, I know you. They haven't. Well, they closed any loopholes yet, or you got to go black market to get anything?
Fuck, I don't know until July.
Yeah.
I don't know what the language is in it at all because they slid this in right in the budget meeting they were doing.
At 3:00 in the morning, and if you were not present for it, and this is in the middle of the pandemic, if you weren't present for that meeting, it was an automatic yes vote.
Oh they didn't have anybody there, and they couldn't have anybody petition because you can't go outside, you can't be in groups, you can't do anything.
Exactly.
I mean, if you look back in history, this happens all the fucking time. People slide shit they've been trying to put through in law for.
Well, look at the stimulus. Look at all the crap that got thrown into the stimulus.
Oh, there you go.
Federally, they were throwing all kinds of pet projects in there. Now all of a sudden, there's no money left for the SBA for people to get payroll protection loans because they spent all the damn money.
Yeah.
All the money was spent on fucking the Kennedy Center and crap like that, and toilet seats for Pelosi's freaking fat ass.
And now you've got I don't want to come across as a Trump hater. I'm just an independent, so I kind of look at things. I try to look at things directly from the center.
Yeah, that's the way I do. I mean, I'm not one way or the other. I mean,
no, but the way he's inciting people. I mean, look, I'm not on the 5G train. I'm not on the bioweapon. I'm not on the radical virus. I'm right in the middle, so I don't know what is going on. I just know that something's happening that should not be happening.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, it's a smart thing to stay home. I definitely endorse the stay-at-home thing right now. But I also endorse to arm yourself because I don't know what is occurring, what's going to happen. It may get so bad that we plummet into a depression. I don't know how they're going to afford all these stimulus packages. I mean, they're literally getting ready to hand out an additional $25,000 to each essential worker.
That's not that they talked about that. That's never going to happen.
You don't think so?
Never going to happen.
My boss is he's pretty up. Like I was telling you prior to the stream, he's in touch with the governor of Virginia is actually one of his extended friends.
Yeah.
So, he is pretty.
Well, that sucks being confident. a gun. That sucks being a gun owner and having Northrop as one of your buddies.
It's difficult dealing with him knowing that I'm a vapor.
Yeah, that's not a dinner table. I want to sit at.
No.
Especially if you have your AR-15 next to you.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation every time we talk and vaping comes up. Originally I was on a 2-week furlough. I was gone because they had concerns. I actually called him and said, "Listen, man, I have my chest is a little tight. I don't know what's occurring right now. I had a sniffly nose or whatever." He said, "Just stay home."
Yeah.
So they made me go try to take a COVID-19 test. They wouldn't test me because I didn't meet their strict guideline. I was 2 degrees off from the CDC guidelines for a temperature check.
Okay.
So I don't know if I had it. I felt like crap for 2 weeks. I stayed in bed pretty much every day, all day. But he said that it was kind of hypocritical for me to still be vaping and not want to come back to work. And, I had to go through the process of explaining to him that, vaping while it does, like nicotine does, full disclosure, I'm doing a video on COVID-19 versus, with smoking and vaping. So I've read
good.
about
Excellent.
it extensively. So nicotine does put your immune system slightly, at risk to be more susceptible to certain viruses. But having said that, we do have PG and other forms of
yes,
and things that are going to help you. So I had to explain that to him and show him some of my research. I don't want to talk about it too much, but vaping in the long run, I don't think it does or doesn't make you more susceptible. Smoking, I absolutely do, because there's so many more chemicals in there that really harm your body. I have to put that more elegantly for the public. I can't just say it like that.
Yeah.
I have to draw eyes that are non-vapors. So just disclaimer.
Yeah, you have to make it more PC.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to explain it in more scientific terms.
Well, you basically got to take for the non-vapors and more for the anti-vapors, you got to get out that 64 count box of Crayola, and you have to explain to them, you color inside the lines here, and yeah.
The process that I had to go through to create that salt nicotine video was excruciating.
Oh,
because
sure.
I knew the whole time, and the same thing for the is vaping dangerous video. I had to go, a lot of times when you're reading these articles that are pushed out by the CDC and all these other health agencies, you have to read between the lines. You have to decipher it like you're reading a law journal or something. And at the end of the day, you have to pay more attention to international sources than you do American sources, because here we just like to condemn anything that's pro-vaping, right? Like our media does that naturally. So you have to almost look international and translate. A lot of times you have to use Google Translate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the articles that are actually scientific are written in, Italian
or Greek for Salinas' articles. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's really excruciating to have to do that. So that's why, I kind of stepped away a little while, because I started getting more into those videos. It's just more interesting to challenge the status quo, and I like talking about those kind of things because it really creates dialogue. You get a lot of comments, you get a lot of shares, and there's just more social involvement when you do those kind of things. So I really started getting into it. I just got burnt out, man. Really...
Well, and advocacy, you have to pace yourself.
Yes.
That's one thing I think a lot of us learned, especially, I've pretty much stayed away from Twitter for a while just because I was getting burnt. Like if I was in a good mood and I wanted to be angry, then yeah, I'll go on Twitter, because I'm sure within 4 seconds I'm going to see a post that's going to piss me off.
Oh, absolutely.
Usually from either one of two handles.
I tip my hat to Brent, man. Brent from Regulator Watch. That
he's
a beast, man. Beast. I got to meet him at the rally. That was awesome.
I got to meet him too. I mean, he was so busy, I really didn't get a chance to talk to him much. I did get a chance to spend maybe 5 minutes with Greg Conley.
Oh yeah, good guy.
Oh, dude. And people think, oh, well, he's an attorney. He's making a ton of money. He's living in an apartment complex that I lived in 20 years ago that I know now is a slum complex.
Absolutely. And his highlight is when he's actually able to afford more than Coach. That's his highlight, man. Like you'll notice if you're friends with him on Facebook, you'll notice that he shares a lot about his progress.
He does.
And he's made some great strides. All
right. What's going on, Mick? Hope your night's good, brother. I know it's about 3:30 in the morning over there in the UK. Yeah, Nevins, sweet dreams, brother. Not too sweet though. We don't want to hear about them.
Yeah,
I do.
For once, please, dude.
Yeah, James Capozzi listens to Michelle, Fresh, and myself. That works. Appreciate it.
That's another guy I need to talk to Fresh. I haven't.
Yeah, I sent him a link. He must have been busy tonight.
Is he still doing shows and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. His Saturday mixing show. I wanted to get on today, but I got one of my robots, and we had some issues with it, and they sent a new one, and I cannot get that thing hooked up to my router worth a shit. I was on the phone with their customer service today for 2 hours trying to get that thing working with my router, and it won't connect.
What'd you buy?
One of them iRobots, the Roombas.
I Am Legend? What are you talking about?
You know, the Roombas, one of the automatic vacuums that go around the house and take care of
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
I got
Will
one.
Smith, I got you.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got one at Christmas time, and it worked great for a while, and then it just crapped out. So they sent another one. And
hook up to the router?
Yeah, because you can go on your phone and you can tell. You could be, you could be 2 states away, and you
Tell
can
it to clean your house?
yeah, and tell what rooms to do.
Does it go downstairs?
No, you guys. You only hit one level at a time. So we have it downstairs because that's the high traffic area, and it stopped.
I wonder if you could get like one of those, you know, the thing you get for your stairs, like when you got to take a wheelchair to the next level.
Yeah, right.
You just get that.
Teach it how to go there, and
Yeah, man.
You just get a zip line for it, man. It's just fucking cruise down there.
Yes. That would be so awesome.
yeah. So we're able to get it hooked up to the wife's phone for for the app, but it kept. As soon as you close the app, it would just go in. You have to refind it all and do everything all over again. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, I'm scared about the robot takeover. You gotta tell your robot to clean your house by the fucking Wi-Fi and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited. I'm excited for those Chinese robot 3.0s. The women. Like
They go downstairs?
What?
Can they walk downstairs?
They can make you grilled cheese and bring you a beer.
Oh,
How much are they?
Like 10 grand. They learn. Like you can set their language.
That's
like
still cheaper than my wife. I mean, that might work.
I know, right? How much is a flashlight nowadays?
It's like $50.
Dude, so $1,000
We just had our anniversary.
$1,050?
Yeah, we just had our anniversary the other day, 16 years. So imagine the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent.
Yeah, you can call it quits now, and then you're good.
They might come in the mail variety. I don't know. That might be $1 million idea there, though.
You know somebody's gonna buy a real doll and buy one of those, and then they're gonna put it together, and they're never going to leave. It's just
Like a hybrid hermaphrodite. Like,
what are you talking?
No, we're not even going there.
We're not talking about the same thing at all.
oh, I just heard put it together. It was just talking about like Chinese sex dolls. I was like, what?
No, the real doll, and then you got the one that can make you grilled cheese and shit, and now you can fuck it.
Oh,
Well, Cherokee, they sent us another one after it ran through the puppy crap, because after that is when it did die, and then they sent us another one because we've only had it for like not even 4 months.
Well, that cancels. We got 3 little dogs, man. We got 2 pugs and a dachshund. They're like,
Well, we have a 3-month-old. He's mixed. He's a part lab and part rot. He was rescued on the side of the highway. The one day it snowed, someone dumped a whole litter of pups and the mom just on the side of the highway.
piece of shit.
And,
Humans,
and a
man.
friend of ours found them, and we ended up taking one.
That's awesome.
He's cool. I mean, he's getting to be a little fucker. I mean, just be a little asshole because he's 12 weeks old. He's already 30 pounds at 12 weeks.
Sheesh. You're gonna have a monster.
Oh yeah, well we have a chocolate lab that's 120. That's 3 years old.
I was tempted. Like I just told my girlfriend this. We were riding past the SPCA the other day, and just thinking about the
This is
quarantine,
the time of year. This is the time, because they're desperate to move animals because there's just. I mean, they
I
always
was gonna
are.
break in and liberate them. Like just, hey, you guys are trapped. I know you're like really trapped right now. Like
Yeah,
people
because
aren't
there's
coming to pick you up.
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody adopting pets right now.
And you know that some states are right to euthanize states or whatever. Like if they don't get adopted in a certain period.
Yeah, it sucks.
God, man. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, Max, are you working now, like with the quarantine and everything?
I am, yeah.
What do you do?
I basically just do like light landscaping and shit.
Nice.
He was working from home, but his yard looked too nice, and his boss was like, "Hey, you got to come back out."
Yeah. I mean, during the time right now, dude, I'm in upstate New York, and like it snowed for the past 3 days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I got an inch and a half of snow today. It's fucking crazy.
And it was like
Friction. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I just noticed he was in chat.
Yeah, and
What's up,
it was like 70 yesterday. Like the last couple of days, been like in 60s and around 70 here. It's been windy. It's been windy though. It's been windy though. Last couple of days.
Very. Yeah, it's been weird weather, man. Like that tornado that touched down in Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh,
and then
dude,
like
that was nuts.
like the dude like recorded himself in the crane. Like, did you see that video?
Wait, no, I didn't see that one. No.
He literally like recorded the tornado from one of those 100-foot cranes, like on top of just in the air.
Damn.
Yeah, people were taking wagers whether or not he like shit himself. Like, it was crazy, dude. It blew up. I'm surprised you didn't see it. It's got like 50 million views at this point or something.
I missed that one somehow.
Yeah, dude.
I said this week it's been, since I've been out of work for like a week and a half. That's why I'm, the wife's kind of upset that I've been leaving tomorrow and I'm actually going to be having to be away for a little while because I've literally spent like the last 3 weeks in my bed every night when before I'd leave the house on Monday, get home Friday or Saturday. Mm-hmm. And she hasn't wanted to kill me yet, so I guess I did something right. But
yeah, they kind of forced me to come back to work. They have a strict cutoff though. We can't work past 4. Like, we have to leave the office. So I go to work at like 6 in the morning, mm-hmm. and get off at 4. But it's just it works that way because for a long time I didn't have any kind of. I had to work Monday to Friday, and I was pulling like 60-hour weeks. So like the weekend came around, and it was like couch time. Like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like there was a lot of times I'll get home 3, 4, 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, hurry up, get a few things done, do the show at 9, go to 11, maybe hang out for a little bit more, doing some stuff on the computer or just shooting the shit, and go to bed like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday I'll try to get up at like 9 and have Sunday to get stuff done. And Sunday night I'm making sure all my laundry is done, get ready to leave back out Monday morning. Mm-hmm. But because I got to be down in Fort Myers Monday morning, I'm leaving out tomorrow. But it's like 800 miles from here, running empty all the way down there.
But you still work for you transport cars and shit, don't you?
Yeah, we're going down to Fort Myers because I don't know if you heard about down at the airport in Fort Myers. They had a big fire at the rental car lot, and it took out like 500 cars.
Oh, so
there was still like 6,000 cars sitting there that didn't get cooked. That they want. Well, I guess a bunch of them they transferred up to where the Orioles play in Sarasota, but there's still a bunch of them down there. And we're taking them all to Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Oh fuck! So you were on call before, right?
Yeah, I was working last week. I worked 3 days. This week I was on vacation. I was originally supposed to be in Myrtle Beach from Easter Sunday till Thursday. I was supposed to come back Thursday night. Mm. But that got canceled, obviously, because of everything going on. Even though golf courses were open down there, but no one else wanted to fly down and everything else. So I'm good with that because I really didn't want to spend the money anyway. I mean, I was gonna go because it's family, but I really didn't want to drop $800 and it be miserable because all the restaurants closed, all the bars closed,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have social distancing in a titty bar, so why bother going?
Well, did you see that they just opened the beaches in Florida?
They reopened?
Yeah, they reopened. They said you can have a maximum of 50 occupants, and you can only swim, fish, like pretty much everything you could do at a beach already. But only 50 people, and you still got to practice social distancing. And the hours are 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. or something.
Jeez.
Social distancing is bullshit, dude.
Is it?
Like, how are you supposed to do strip clubs? I mean, they're losing their life. They're essential,
Strip clubs are essential?
I think so, don't you?
I mean, I like titties as much as the next man. I mean, I'm not...
But they're not, like, necessary. Is that what you're saying to me?
I mean, I can get that on Pornhub.
Who are you? And what have you done with my friend?
I mean, I can get that, I can find that online. I don't need to go drop hundreds of dollars to watch what I can watch on Pornhub. And Pornhub free is premium is free right now. So like,
bro, I've never dropped $1. You can't do that because then you become a customer.
That's true. That's true. Well, aren't you the same thing at a strip club though? Aren't you a customer?
Yeah, if you give them $1, you just gotta have like no dollars. Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit anymore.
Okay.
To be honest with you, thank you for looking out for me, but
oh yeah.
It's like what's can get worse? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know, it can't get any worse. So
interesting.
It's so hot in here though. What are we talking about?
We were just kind of kicking around the bobo there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically.
Everybody tired of this whole quarantine thing yet? You tired of the whole quarantine thing yet?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going back to work tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say what quarantine. I've been working.
Yeah, I got to run down to Florida because they're just saying they got a bunch of rental cars down there that didn't get cooked in a big fire, and they want them all out of there, so we're taking them up to Atlanta.
Nice. Yeah, my boss has actually given me 2 days off a week to focus on the marketing aspect of the company. So I'm in the field 3 days, and then I get to get a company truck and ride around and record job sites 2 days a week for a couple hours, and then come home and edit. So
Cool.
yeah, yeah, I'm getting paid. He wants me to continue being paid on my normal paycheck, like my normal hourly, and I'm just telling him like, dude, I'm investing a lot of money in this, and I'm doing it as a business. So like, I need to start billing you as a business, and trying to get money out of someone that is of his political whatever.
Yeah.
it's a little difficult, but it is cool that he's giving me that opportunity, and it's exciting because I've been for 3 years, and I've talked about it on my channel. I've wanted to do the media thing full time, and I mean, I think I finally found that way to be able to do it. So I've been very fortunate. I went through 2 years of hell with my ex and all that. I was very public about my addiction and all that stuff. So it's been a turnaround. It's taken time, but it's cool. I'm much healthier
public
now.
over that? You went public with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Natalie's saying, I saw that Texas is going to reopen on Monday. They're like, yeah, screw you guys.
You know what though, bro? You're right. You had a little thing going there with like father's rights and stuff. You're right, dude. Nobody talks about that enough.
No, yeah, I'm still unfortunately in that battle, and she's used the quarantine to her advantage. I've looked into it extensively. Tidal IVD is a real thing. If no one knows what that is, you should definitely Google it. I am in no way or shape or form against women's rights, but when we gave women's rights, they took ours away. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly. When you get into family court, you will totally understand what I mean. I don't say that derogatorily towards women in any way, but the way that the court system is set up, it is against male people. It's really just the way it is.
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing how skewed it is. Like we don't even have a chance unless you're like, I don't know what you have
an
to do.
NBA player.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm well past all that now, just because I've gotten old. But yeah, I fought that for 20 plus years.
I have not seen my two youngest daughters since March 28th of 2018.
Oh my God!
Shit, 2 years.
I haven't seen mine
since
August of this year, and it's fucking brutalizing me, dude.
It is, man. At some point, the pain just. The pain turns to shame, and then or pain turns to blame, and then turns to shame, and then it becomes your strength. So, you got to go through those progressions, But
yeah, because of course she's going to use your prior addiction. She's going to use everything against you.
Dude, she used that video against me. What are you talking about? Like the video that I used, that I came out talking about my addiction on YouTube. That's why I didn't talk about it anymore, because she used it in court.
Well, that's everything that you could possibly use. It's such horseshit too. You can't even be like a human being. Like I, that's why I'm so proud. Like when Donald Trump, he was a billionaire for 30 years, and all they found was one video or one audio tape of him grabbing someone in the crotch. I can't even go 10 minutes without them finding something I'm not qualified for. How are you supposed to go to court for your kids? You have a past. Everyone does.
They've told me literally, I had the clerk at the court say it, there's nothing that I can do beyond hiring an incredibly expensive lawyer.
Yeah.
And I need to bring in specialists to testify. And they have to put me through testing to make sure that I'm mentally competent. And they have to do I actually paid for a hair sample to prove that I was sober. That was $200, and I had to travel an hour to Harrisonburg, Virginia to do it.
Oh, jeez.
2-hour round trip.
Harrisonburg?
Harrisonburg.
Yeah, Harrisonburg for a hair sample. Yep, I guess it makes sense.
Where'd you pull it from?
Right here.
Oh, your chinny chin chin. I bet there's a lot going on in that chin hair.
Yeah, because everything else is just public announcement. Everything else is shaved. So I am completely like a 13-year-old boy under this. Everything else down there.
You stopped doing the bikini waxes, the Brazilians? I did too.
Yeah, no, I found a better way. That's a trade secret, though. You got to pay for that. That's a trade secret.
That's Patreon level there.
No, that's Chatterbait. That's Chatterbait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, finally somebody's listening to Graham. Gotta get
But
on
I'm
the
telling you,
Chatterbait.
Bro,
I've been saying it for 3 years and nobody's listening.
you know what? It's like I've had the fucking key. We're all gonna end up on Chatterbait. I mean, they force you to look on that channel. Can you imagine? They're not gonna care what we talk about vaping. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get a little underlooked though on that.
Yeah, probably.
Might make some awesome friends, though. I mean, you know.
Imagine our fans.
Fan base is going to be insane.
Oh, yeah.
Can we collab or something? Like, what's up?
Let's do it.
Here, he's gonna vape out of your cock. You want to a beaver bong? Beaver bong. Right?
Yeah, I'm stoked. Let's do it.
You down? Already got the domain. Let's get it going. We'll switch over. I don't have a very big fan base over there.
After dark on Chatterbait.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Manscape after dark.
Like that. That's good.
We'll do a little strip
Really, what
poker.
we're gonna do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm
nobody wants to pay to see that. Like I said, I'm almost 50. They don't want to see
You
that
would be
shit.
surprised, man. Have you ever seen some of those premium Snapchats that are out there?
Yeah, you'd be fucking.
I've seen people.
they
I've
all
seen
look
people
like
advertise for them. Yeah, I've never.
Look. I actually, this is a little bit shameful, but I will admit this. I looked into starting a brand for foot fetishes.
That's a fucking huge fetish, dude.
Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle wants to write. Michelle's a romance novelist, so she would love to write the scripts for us for Chatterbait.
Well, when you think about it, I mean, if you can shoot a cinematic video, you can do great when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know, if you can afford a camera that can shoot at 120 frames a second.
Yeah.
You know, if you can, you know, get some not copyright material like music.
Night,
and stuff
Liana.
like that.
Have a good one. Take care.
And if you can record someone stepping in like pudding, or if you can record someone stepping in a bucket of potato, like
you can get a midget riding a donkey through pudding with no shoes on. You're fucking.
That's crazy.
Extra dollars if the foot is tattooed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm serious. It's so weird.
There's people that are into all kinds of stuff. I mean,
People that are into anything. There's probably a magazine on just that.
You've kind of got my wheels spinning now. I kind of want to put up a video of me like walking through e-liquid.
I won't even go get a pedicure because I know my feet are so damn nasty. My wife's like, "Oh, come on, go with me." You know, before all this, you know, oh, let's get pedicures. I'm like, "No, it's all right. I do not want to pay someone to look." I mean, I'd have to tip them $1,000 because I know how bad my feet are.
Oh man, stop it! I think they're cute.
Oh, that's all those onions. That's more. You can get more for that.
Oh,
They want to see
jeez.
the onions and funk and all that. They want to look like they can smell it. Kinda
Dude,
like
there's somebody who would definitely want to jerk off on your feet.
Oh,
Yes.
Christ, I'm sure there
There's
is. But...
always
Yeah, I
people
think
out
1 in
there.
4 would. Yep,
There's
1 in 4
me-
people would
send-
want to do that.
there for whatever.
Send me a picture and I'll let you know.
Oh god.
Yeah, let's do a survey. If they don't look like you could smell them through the TV, I don't want to see them.
I will post a picture of your feet on my Facebook and get a poll started. And we can do this
good.
thing.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, listen, I think we got to do it.
We'll get sponsors and everything, bro. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, there's sensitive people everywhere, but there's people that are gonna like that.
Oh, I'm
You know?
sure. Shane used to be a bouncer at a titty bar.
Yeah, right.
Private foot shows. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a thing, dude. It's
I know. It's a thing, but
What was
you
he
might have a
extracting
new
there?
career, Frank.
yeah,
You have a
right.
really serious new career.
Can you imagine him? He's thinking about the extractions. He's trying it out on ginger.
Naturally extracted ginger, and you find out it's not really the root.
Ginger.
oh my god.
Wow.
What are your guys? I'm gonna spin back around to mixing because we're going down a fetish trail.
We got trouble a couple times.
Yeah.
We need somebody. I'm glad you're here because somebody's got to reel this back sometimes.
Yeah.
I like the color of your shirt, though, Steam. I like
Oh, do you?
Oh
No.
No.
Dude, drop it.
No. Let it go. Let it go.
usually we go all the way in, but
No, just the tip.
Sorry.
No, we're
Fucking
good.
pull out, bud.
I'm putting it all over your chin there, fucking Steve. All over your chin. I'm sorry.
It's good.
It's all right, man. It's full of hair too. It'll drip nicely. You know, if you can catch that in slow mo.
Yeah, what you got about mixing though?
No. I was gonna ask what you guys have mixed lately. What is your like creme de la creme lately?
I got lucky with it was fun because it was based off of my wife was drinking one of them new Budweiser seltzers, the Bud Light seltzers, and it was pineapple and passion fruit. And last Friday night I did Pippa's show, and it's totally out of my wheelhouse. I don't normally mix a lot of tropicals, but I fell right into it. And Pippa collaborated with it, but she's given me like most of the credit for it. And used like a flavor pineapple, and the only passion fruit I actually had was TFA, but I was actually able to make it work because I know Wonder Flavors passion fruit probably work way better in that mix, but I just didn't for some reason. Just passion fruit's not something that I think about when I'm ordering flavors, so I used that, and I mixed like a 15 or 20 mil of it, and I killed that like last weekend in like no time. So then I mixed a 60 mil of it, and I've been going through that, and it just turned out really nice. And I almost always put at least some kind of a cream inside with fruit, even with tropicals. Like even if it's just like swirl or something.
Absolutely.
Did not need to.
Really? What? I'm interested. What passion fruit did you use?
TFA.
Really?
Yeah, you can use it like 1.5%. Here, I'll pull the recipe up and I'll put it in the chat so everyone can see it. Let's see where. Okay. Well, here's all
I'm
the
a passion
flavors.
fruit fan.
I could pull.
Not Capella. I don't like Capellas.
I could pull.
Do you have Wonder Flavors?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so.
That one's pretty good, but it's tough to work with a little bit, like a quarter to like a 0.5%. But you're gonna notice it.
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
I haven't really put a lot of time with Wonder Flavors fruits. Their desserts are so beautiful. I'm kind of surprised I haven't. But
dude, their candies are killer.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, their black cherry jelly bean.
All their candies are killer,
dude.
Oh, with the Wonder Flavors ones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they nail them. The sour watermelon candy. It's good, but it's probably on the bottom end of their candies. It's just it's not very strong. But I think because watermelon's hard to get strong.
It is. There's no concentrate that has pulled me away from Loran's watermelon. I can't get away from it.
Wait till you get VSOs. VSOs has that right amount of sweetness, and you're gonna think I'm high or something when I tell you this. I found a flow. Actually, Fresh told me to try it, and I tried it, and it works out. I have FA ripe tomato that I got for like 59 cents for a 30 ml over it was then ECX. That you use that at like 1.5% with either strawberry or watermelon, and it brings out all the fleshy notes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Basil.
Well, now you don't need to use. You could use the basil probably, but didn't need to.
So wait. So VSO's watermelon is more natural.
They're all natural extractions.
Okay, so Loran's watermelon is much more candy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I like Wonder Flavors sour watermelon, whatever it's called.
Sour watermelon candy. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a great watermelon.
I like that. It's still candy, but I like that one better. The yellow one's okay, but I get a lot of cantaloupe.
I like
honey.
The yellow one, the yellow one. You get more rind, I think.
Yeah, but it's also like a more candied version of like wild melon from Aurora.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't used that a lot yet. It's just kind of like, just because watermelon's not something I'm going to mix, every single week. But so
the yellow melon with candy roll and a little bit of citrus soda. Oof.
Oh yeah,
that sounds good. Do you like mango too, Steam?
Oh yeah.
I would definitely for your newest flavor things. Definitely check out that Indian mango from Flavor Art.
Yes,
Flavor Art Indian mango.
Yeah, Indian mango special. It is. I do not like mangoes, but that one I really like.
Yeah, I would definitely put that with the passion fruit from Wonder Flavors because it's so good.
Delosi.
But I don't know much about Delosi.
You're all about that Delosi mango, and I mean I'm not saying anything bad about it because I've never tried it, but
I hear it's real juicy and
It's a
stuff.
very candied version.
Oh, it's candy, but the
Delosi.
the flavor art one is super natural. That's why I love that
Yeah,
one.
no.
Like you can't make a candy with that one. Delosi sounds really good, like because you use that in the mucho mango, right?
Yeah, it's dead on that kind of like candy like vibe. Like I put the golden pineapple with that, right? Or did I put that or
I
pineapple?
don't remember. I thought you used.
Good night, Angel. Have a good one.
No, I did that in the Sex on the Beach the next day.
Oh,
but yeah, the Delosi mango is like very like Kool-Aid mango, and I think I put a little bit of Flavora mango in there with that too, just to bring it not so candied. Because you know
like
how that mucho mango.
Is it like LA made a mango?
Yeah, kind of. It's like Wonder Flavors made a mango that isn't like your mango at all.
Oh,
you know
perfect.
You know what I'm saying? You know that makes sense.
Makes perfect. Yeah, it kind of does.
It's like what you would imagine their mango to be like, not like it is, because their mango to me, I cannot tolerate that mango, the mango island mango.
Island mango, yeah.
Now the mulberry mango's middle of the road, I would say. It's not bad, but it's not great either.
The only problem I have with mulberry fruits, they're really good, but you can't use them with other fruits. I found you add another one, it mutes it.
Yeah, you have to use mulberry with mulberry. It seems like they're very provincial. They don't play well outside the box for their fruits. I mean, like legendary custard, you can put with other stuff, and you know the vanillas, the cheesecake. The cheesecake works well if you want to like cream up something with lemon, because you can't hide the lemon note in that cheesecake.
Their bakeries are a little one note for me, but I like they're okay.
They're thin,
but they also get a little bit of a cardboard note for me.
Yeah, I can see that with some of them.
But maybe they just need more steep.
I like a lot of the mulberries. I just think that they don't play well with others at all.
Yeah, I mean mulberry plays well with mulberry. You're gonna have a lot of single, like besides like Lassie, legendary custard. That I'm not sure. I haven't played with that new pineapple yet. The one especially the pineapple from the Lassie, the Queen Delicate. I don't know if that plays well with others.
Well, I know their big watermelon is like real close to like LA, and that kind of a direction, but it's a little different. It's a little bit, what's that?
Beryllium, a little bit. It's like between LA and Beryllium.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't have Beryllium, but I've also heard. Yeah, you're right. I've heard like them compared a lot. It's kind of like LA. It's a little bit candied, but it has more going on. But anytime you try to back it up with other stuff, like some of the parts of the watermelon that are missing, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's just muted.
I don't understand, what they're doing in the chemistry of their flavors, that they just they literally do not play well with others.
Yeah, they work pretty good with each other, but
when
you try to add other stuff. I like their creams and their like dessert kind of stuff. That I think you have more leeway with. But
and the new bakery stuff, like the new was it the cream cake or whatever, the creamy sponge cake and the cereal.
That's good.
That's good. The cereal's good. The cornflake cereal.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's better than Cereal 27?
No, but
I don't think it can be.
No, I mean it's not. But if you want to,
I don't think companies are even chasing that flavor profile anymore.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean cereals. I mean,
because you put nail in that coffee. I mean,
Cereal 27 is
come on, you're not going to get any better than Tony's Revenge, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been trying to successfully mix in berries with that, and it's just fucking impossible.
What, with the Cereal 27?
With Tony's Revenge. I've been trying to put berries in it, like it's
DIY flavor check. Smurf berries.
Smurf berries.
Trust me.
No, I don't even know that one. Are they still open?
Yeah, they're doing online sales, and I think you can go into the actual building like once a week or something. Something like that. But they're definitely open online. But try the Smurf berries, dude. That'll work with the cereal for sure.
The Alfred and Burgundy's collab was pretty fucking good.
That was a good one. That was one of the few cereal vapes that I could actually vape that didn't make me hurl.
That was like if you smell forest fruit, to me it always smelled like crunch berries. It was just missing elements to it, and they did a great job. I mean, I don't love creamy milky undertones, but it was still a good recipe. But that's definitely that berry note for crunch berries. And
that FA forest fruit, that I'm finding that's in a lot of commercial mixes.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of them.
So is Harvest Mix. You wouldn't believe how many fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
That stuff's in tons of shit. Bubblegum and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And most people hate that flavor. You don't see anything in DIY, but commercially, it's
everywhere. Yeah.
Lemonade.
Well, it's a cheap flavor. That's why. I mean,
that's just like TPA cherry extract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a super concentrated flavor. You don't need to use much of it, and you can get, you can probably get a gallon of it for like $15.
Well, that's certainly not the case for TPA's cherry extract. That's like 10%. You can like push it, and it's not medicinal. But
which one is it? Which one is it then? There's a TFA cherry, isn't it? That's like super concentrated. That's like really hard to work with. I thought so.
I don't think it's not a cherry. TPA is pretty. The cherry extract's pretty weak.
Yeah, I thought they had one that was like crazy fucking hard to work with. That it's like
cherry blossom.
No, I thought it was just a cherry, but I was wrong.
Cherry extract's super weak. Like you can easily use that 5%. But I mean, it's kind of like a cherry juice, but you can back it up with stuff like black currant.
Black cherry jelly bean works well.
Yes, black cherry jelly bean works well. Really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you can.
I love that flavor.
Inawera cherries.
Yeah, that 1.5%. I think is the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really tried because I've heard so many nightmares things. That was like the very first cherry I ever played with, and I was always told, you gotta be careful with cherries. They're gonna get real medicinal real fast, so don't go high with them.
I use those three together, man. Inawera cherries, black cherry jelly bean, and TPA extract, like cherry extract. But when you use, like, I'll go 4 or 5% on the cherry extract, and then like a half, maybe 0.75% black cherry jelly bean, and then like 0.75%
of the
Inawera cherries. Yeah, and then it's just a really nice cherry. I mean, it's not medicinal.
Yeah, like Mullenberry's red cherry is another one that you'd think could work really well, but it gets lost real fast when you try to mix it with other non-Mullenberry flavors.
The one thing that I really envy about Steam right now is like, how long you've been not like in the whole scene for? Like you said, like 15 months?
Yeah, 15 months. Pushing 16, I think.
Yeah, so you didn't see much of these fucking Trinity things, have you?
No.
Oh, God, they're such horse shit.
Really?
Everybody was pushing all these Trinities for so long. How many? We got bourbon one, ice cream one, blueberry, everything.
Yeah, well, Michelle Hughes just did a thing on the Beginners DIY Juice Facebook group. She took all of them and she put them together. And on a thing, and you can just pick them out. There was an ice cream one. Yeah, there's ID10T. I think was one started a while ago with the strawberry Trinity.
Yep.
And then there's a blueberry. There's multiple blueberry Trinities.
I mean, there's certainly applications where that applies, but I mean, I don't think you should just. I don't think Trinities. I don't think they fit across the board. I don't think there's.
It was a trend.
Yeah.
It was a trendy. Everybody, and the thing is,
I mean, a lot of them work and it's nice.
But that was the thing, like Graham even was talking about. Who the fuck is calling it a Trinity? They're the one calling it a Trinity.
Yeah, nobody else is.
So like
it's kind of like giving yourself a nickname.
Yeah.
It's a branding thing, right?
Yeah, like there was a cheesecake Trinity, which I don't think it was that good, but
it wasn't. I've used it a few times. I think it's alright. Yeah,
but it's not a fucking perfect. It's not a. It's
not perfect. It's not perfect, no, but it works.
And I'm not defending our recipe either for people that are listening. We called it perfect cheesecake. I don't know. That's subjective.
No, I have my blueberry isn't even a Trinity. It's a combo. And it's the 4% VSO with the 2% Flavor West, and I think that's a nice, perfectly balanced blueberry. You get the authentic blueberry from the VSO, and you get the candy note from the Flavor West, and they come together really well. And if you want to make a Trinity out of it, you could throw some fucking bilberry at it, but have at it. But
I just thought about my. I just figured out my comeback. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna brand things the Quadrinity, and I'm just gonna outdo everyone.
Have 12 flavor mixes with 4 Trinities.
Yeah, you got put a real fuck you to the DIY community right now because I hate Trinities. You gotta do some quadrants and stuff.
Yes.
Some pentagons into 5 flavor.
With
Dude,
a lot
you
of
gotta just keep going up.
yeah, Saint Trinity. Right?
have the 8 flavor octagon.
There you go.
Yes, Doc Trinity.
Like, yeah, this is 8 flavors, but it's a great cherry.
Yes. Yes, with like 0.03% one flavor and like 0.17%, like super sub percents, like across the board.
Yeah, exactly, Fidelgo. You can't use them in every application. So essentially, you just have, blueberry combo, strawberry combo. I'm like I was asked on that when I was on that UK show. I was asked, well, what's your favorite strawberry combo? I said it all depends on what I'm mixing.
Right. I mean, like you can, like if you've got certain chemical components, like if you have the MSDS for every flavor, and you can, you can figure out how they emulsify and how they play together, then you can probably.
If you're into the chemistry side of it,
right.
Like that's what made Alfred Pudding such a, he was into that whole chemistry side, so he was breaking shit down on a molecular level.
Boring.
Oh, it was boring as hell.
You got to think about it though. That's what the guys that like flavor are.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's their job. Yeah, we're hobbyists. I mean, we might make a little.
I'm getting a lot of feedback right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is it for me?
I'm not getting it. I'm not hearing it.
Shane, you better not steal my idea, dude.
The Quaternity.
Quaternity. I like that name better. I'm taking that. It's mine now. You made this. It's mine now. Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that meme where it's like the dude who's like, I made this, and then the guy's like, no, I made this.
Yeah.
There's been a couple occasions. Have you guys? Okay, I'm just gonna ask this publicly, but are you guys in the ELR group on Facebook?
The one on Facebook, I don't. If I am, I don't pay any attention to it.
Are you familiar with the name Coil Heads? I hate to give him any kind of promotion, but he puts so he takes other people's recipes, puts his moniker.
I've heard of that.
Conrad vapes. No,
it's literally like a pixelated skull with like a coil on the head, and like, yeah. Anyway, he caused quite a fuss for Lars over in the group and stuff.
Yeah, he was just stealing other people's mixes and just calling them his own, right?
He took like 4 of mine and put them on. I didn't say anything to him. I just laugh reacted. So many people have done that, dude. Like they had, I busted 3 people in South Africa selling Tony's Revenge. There's people in like other countries doing it, which I mean, I look at that as a compliment. It's kind of just like, cool. That's whatever. It's not hurting me at all. If anything, you're helping promote my stuff, so it's cool.
Yeah.
He caused quite the ruckus. I just wanted to ask how you guys felt about that, because he was starting his own. I don't even know what to call it.
It's not cool. Make your own shit. You don't need to steal anybody else's.
Well, I think like the weird thing is too is like, these commercial companies get really pissed off when we clone shit.
Yeah.
But But these commercial companies go online and they steal recipes from us.
Well, you know what though? If it's our fault for putting them out there. We're putting them out there for other mixers, so they're public domain. They're just gonna fucking take them anyway. I mean,
yeah, you can't really.
So I mean, I don't. Do I think it's ethical? Oh fuck no. But we put the recipes out there.
Exactly.
If there was $100 bill laying on the ground, but you knew it wasn't yours, you gonna pick it up?
Fuck yeah. Kidding me?
You gotta do it them sexy feet though.
You gotta pick it up to turn it back in, right?
Turn it into my pocket.
I mean, if I seen someone drop it,
well, that's different.
I don't know what what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It might be their last $100 bill. Like,
yeah, I mean that's But let's just say there's nobody around.
That's a different story.
You're out doing your morning run or whatever the heck you do, and you just see you see it right there. Rub up against the curb, and you're gonna snatch that shit up.
Yeah, I mean, I learned that in middle school when there was a bus. Like I was the last kid to be dropped off, and there was like a backpack left on the bus. Like.
I do, but you're on the short bus. That happens.
Yeah, exactly. There's only like 8 of us anyway. I knew who it was. I knew it was Bobby's. He's a prick.
Well, that's different. Yeah, he's an asshole. Dan deserves it. Yeah.
Steam, I miss you, brother.
Miss you too,
Fuck,
man.
So you're back.
What's
You
the
back
dog?
or what?
The dog of
Oh, yeah.
the quintet.
Dude, you can't tell. Look around me, bro. Like I got a fucking softbox on the wall. Like I'm getting ready to start shooting very soon. I just need to finish a couple of projects I got going on for my client. He's got a sale going on right now, but it's it's in a different country, so it's not really pertaining to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sale every time when it's in another country for us. You know what I mean? Everything's a lot cheaper everywhere else, isn't it?
Is anyone else hearing those echoes?
No, I hear my kid downstairs looking echoing, but
Not me. I'm in the closet 2x2, standing up.
Maybe that's just me.
Maybe. They
It's
say
like a
there's
super delay.
yeah, I don't know.
I just heard Graham say I'm in a closet 2x2.
just now.
You definitely have a delay.
Yeah, you're getting a delay.
What are you watching on YouTube?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, you might have the
got
stream
the
turned
same
down.
view.
Yeah.
Our mouse moving like a kung fu movie.
No,
Right.
I don't.
No, that's what screwed me up earlier because of the new studio. It has like a preview, and we were talking before the show, and I already had it set up to get ready to go, and I'm telling Steve, oh, you're muted. Then I realized, oh no, you're not. I'm watching your lips move from 5 seconds ago.
No, I figured it out. I was the idiot there. I definitely had the YouTube.
You had the stream going.
Yeah.
And had it low. Okay, that's cool.
So,
Yeah,
so the new
exactly,
show is liquid
exactly,
therapy?
Shane. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not it's going to actually be on that channel or it's going to be an entirely new channel.
Liquid therapy. I like that.
Yeah.
I'll do lube reviews.
Well, there's a meaning behind it because when I was going through everything I was going through, I'd go to work and then I'd have to like deal with the mental shit all day and knowing what was happening and I couldn't do anything about it. I'm going through treatment. I'm having to talk to counselors and do all this crap. And when I got home in the evening to the recovery house, it wasn't even like home. I had, some flavors. I had all my flavors with me, but they were tucked away in totes, because I couldn't put things on the wall. I couldn't have an organization thing set up. But I would just lose myself in mixing. That's how I would cope with things. So liquid therapy just kind of, it's got a meaning.
Did they have a problem? You have nicotine there, or they didn't know?
Yes. Oh God, yeah. I had to go through administration to fight for that. There was guys in the house that were smoking, and I pointed that out and used that, in my argument.
Yeah.
And fortunately, the guy that was running the program, he understood. And when I told him it was smoking cessation, that I didn't want to go back to smoking, he said, "You're essentially doing that." And I was like, "Well, let me go ahead and give you the rundown." I explained to him the chemicals. I looked it up on Google. I gave him the information. Who am I to this guy? He doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, but if you give him the information from other sources,
right. And that was about the time, when the FDA, they didn't exactly say like smoking, vaping is safer than smoking, but in their roundabout way they did.
Yeah.
So I got him to see that it wasn't as bad. So yeah, fortunately I was able to keep the flavors, but he did have a problem with me recording. I put up some videos while I was in the recovery center, but yeah.
I mean, I kind of get that. I mean,
you got a roommate.
Yeah.
It's problematic.
Yeah.
It's problematic.
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm sure the roommate's not going to consent or probably be legally allowed to consent to
no,
to
I'm
be
not
to
a
be.
Steam Crave guy, Michelle. I wish I was. I wish I had that money.
Yeah, that new Aromizer V2, that thing looks pretty good.
I did get an offer from Coil Master. They wanted me to design an RDA. I want to say like a year and a half ago, but too much stuff was going on in order to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I might reach back out and see if they're willing to do it. I mean, after we get out of this quarantine thing, that could be a cool thing to do. Something like a RDA for mixers, like that would be dope. Like try to build on the Hadley, like that would be pretty awesome.
I got a pretty good idea that I'll run by you when we get off the show for something just like that, exactly that.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Rambo's actually got a guy. What is his name? He runs a company called Adam Designs. So he does like metal.
Adam.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So I've talked to Rambo about that, like possibly collabing on something and making it a DIY RDA, for coil building, but also for, I mean, obviously they're after flavor just as much as we are.
Exactly.
So doing some kind of a collaboration with a coil builder makes sense, logistically and for the final result,
Well, have you seen the new the Rye RDA, the one for Vape Rye? Yeah, the one for the money's going to go to Vape Rye's family. Because he passed away.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a blue-eyed goon with 99. Was it 99 wraps? They've collaborated on this RDA, and this thing, I've seen some of the coils that they're putting in this thing, and it is nuts. We're talking in the center, between the posts, instead of outside the post, you're stacking them, and they have regular. You can put a big single coil in. I mean, there's so much shit you could do with it.
So is it clamp style or is
no? It's just big ass freaking post holes.
Oh wow!
It looks kind of postless, doesn't it?
No. It's basically a 2-post deck that you're sharing the post holes, but the post holes are huge.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week. Yeah, I mean the thing's amazing. I mean the thought of where some of the money's going to go motivates me more to want to be behind it, but on top of that, it's a great looking RDA. I mean, how well it's going to vape, it's just.
What's the name?
It's called the Rye RDA.
How do you spell that?
RYE. Like rye toast.
Oh, I see. $75.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's smexy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, those post holes look massive.
Yeah, I mean, you can stick some big ass coils in that thing.
I like how they took the square design of the post and kind of spun them. That's aesthetically pleasing.
Just saying, if anyone else wants to share their screen and pull that up, you want to pull it up and share it? Okay. Oh yeah, Max put the.
I can share it too.
Yeah, because I can't share since I'm running OBS.
I don't know how to do it.
$6.90
Okay.
Fidalgo. Did you where did you order from? For $6.99? That's insane.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that. Beefy.
Yeah, that is. Yikes.
Fucking beefy, and it looks sick too.
Yeah, the cloud cap bundle I think was out of stock when I looked at it.
That's very good for cleaning too.
Oh yeah, you can do a lot with that.
All the components.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's done really really well.
I literally just went through that process. I found I had I don't know, dude. I have a big Ziploc bag, huge, like a gallon Ziploc bag full of RDAs, RDTAs, and all kinds of
all kinds of atomizers.
Yeah, like older gear. And I was just thinking about it while I was sitting here. I was like, man, there's so many people that could probably use this, Yeah. So I started cleaning them. I'm going to give them away on my channel. I'm just going to ask people. I know people are going to lie just to get free gear, but I'm going to try to give them away through videos. Maybe someone that's not, vaping, someone that needs a gear, a piece of gear. I've just got all this old stuff, the old OBS engine, the old, what is this guy here? I think this actually is the OBS. No, this is the old UL Crown. So
okay, yeah.
I got a few of those. Companies just sent me old stuff, and I was just like, what do I look like coming out a year later reviewing something? I contacted them and they sent me new stuff, but
yeah, I've been fortunate that I got on Vaporesso's radar, and they've been sending me all their new stuff lately.
Nice.
But I saw Zesty got that one the one's actually more of a sub-ohm box. Yeah. They sent to him. I'm like, you lucky son of a bitch. I got just sending me pods, and they sent me the pod mod, but the pod mod works fucking great. It's an 80 watt.
Have you guys gotten into the salt thing? Do you?
I don't. I tried. I mean, I had one of the e-liquid companies sent me a bunch of their salts, and they asked me, you want them in 25 or 50? I said, well, send them in 25. And that was even too much for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on since I've been away, I kind of fell into the convenience thing, working 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
I was telling you about that. And I happened to pick it up, but I picked up Grimm's. The Grimm kit or whatever it's called. Yeah. I love it, dude. I love it. I mean, I've been mixing with salts. I have that huge bottle over there is salt nicotine. So I plan on releasing recipes for salt and everything, but it's different, man. It is different. If you enjoy a smooth vape, you don't want to really sub-ohm them,
No, I mean, I'll not even just salt, but I'll do 50-50 high nick for, I do 50-50 with the CBD, and you're using 10 and 15 milligram basically per milliliter CBD, which is, I mix that just like I would freebase nicotine. But I do it 50-50 because you're using it in a pod. And now I did mix one 70-30. I took one of the mixes from last weekend from one of the shows, and I didn't nick it, and I threw CBD in it for her, and I have her dripping it, and I dripped some of it. Whoa.
Yeah, it will make you a little lightheaded.
Yeah,
But,
I was like, wow.
Bobby, I have to advocate this. Bobby, salts aren't bad; they have their purpose. But if you haven't watched my salt nicotine video, please do. It'll break it down a little more. I was a salt hater.
Yeah,
I was a salt hater. I got so much hate because I hated salt.
You were supposed to debate Pretty Matthew on that.
I was.
Yes.
I was supposed to. Yeah, that never happened. And I think it's because Purdy knew that I was going in all the way on my research, and I try to do that with everything. You know, I have prejudice. I have prejudice just like everyone else does.
Hey, no, not here. Don't do that.
I'm saying, you know, sometimes we get stubborn with things and we just don't want change, you know? So I came into it begrudgingly, but I read up on salts. I looked at the conversion rates. I talked to some of my buddies who own shops. Like I looked at, you know, how many people were coming from smoking and successfully converting.
That's the question I have after when you're done.
Ultimately, people were more successful with, and I hate to say it, but people were more successful with Juul than they were.
They absolutely were. That for its purpose.
Yeah.
It succeeded its first purpose.
Yes.
If as Giz says, if the crafty lip bastards never got a hold of it, it would still be out there today with no issues whatsoever. But because the kids got a hold of it, that was their downfall. Now, I mean, you hear the other side. Oh, they were marketed towards kids and all that. I didn't see it, but then I wasn't looking for it either, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can definitely relate to what Bobby just said, how it had him feeling like a crackhead. I mean, when I first started, I went in deep. You know, I went and got a 50 milligram because I had to do my research. So I had to subject myself to the 50 milligram. So yeah, I did. I fell into that too. I was fiending, you know, but I'd step down just like we did. You know, I don't know how many of you guys can relate, but when I started vaping, I was vaping out of a what was it? A buddy of mine gave it to me. It's an old tank, man. Very expensive too.
It's kind of like a K-Fun type of thing.
Exactly, the first K-Fun.
Oh wow.
So yeah, exactly. So I was at 28 milligram on Bounty Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's not what I quit on. I quit on a local vape shop's called OMG. It's their like strawberry cream.
Yeah, and you probably had like a 1.5 ohm single coil or something in that K-Fun.
Yes.
So 28 milligram, yeah, it's a lot, but not when you're coming off of 2 packs a day.
Exactly.
Or dual using and whatever, you know, you're.
Chemically speaking, though, salt nicotines, they are the most pure form of nicotine, right? They're not adulterated the way that freebase is, right? Because ions are removed, so it's completely natural.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any additives to it. It's literally extracted, and that's it, right? That's salt nicotine. That's the form that you get it. When freebase comes out, the ions are removed, so it's different, right? Which means it hits your bloodstream faster. So it's more effective in the sense that it takes those cravings away. Mm-hmm. That's why people are able to quit using salt.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of salt, though, is not to sub-ohm. That's where people get like, oh my God, I got the exact same way. Because I tried to sub-ohm 12 milligram salts. Bad idea. Don't do that. Because you're going to find yourself like freebase, 3 milligram, no longer will please you. It'll literally feel like you're inhaling 0 milligram. Right. So that's where you have to be careful. With salts, I mean, if you're utilizing it the way that you're supposed to, you'll use, you know, anywhere, being a DIY guy, 10 to 20 milligram in an MTL through the workday and then freebase in the evening. That way you have a nice balance, you know? And salts are great in the sense, especially if you're somebody who gets like 2 15-minute breaks and a lunch at work.
That's like throwing like a 25 or a 50 milligram, something like this, you know, a little 300 milliamp hour, you know, 1.2 ohm coil. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, or this, I probably would say, maybe use a little bit less because this has a 0.8 ohm mesh coil, so this hits a little harder. You know, but still, yeah, like the pod systems or, you know, Nick salts are good for that, or the higher freebase.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually vaping a spearmint now. That it's mine. I mean, it's just basic.
Yeah.
It's a spearmint, but it's 10 milligram salt.
Well, you don't
And
need to use, for when you're mixing for pods. You're not going to use a ton of different flavors because you're not going to be able to taste them anyway.
That's not entirely true.
No,
That's untrue. Taste Magna Potter. Self promotion there.
okay.
Magna Potter. Pretty.
It's not entirely true. I've seen Jennifer talk about that. Jennifer Jarvis, who's a super taster.
Yes.
I've had, I've seen Koppel talk about it some. I've seen, there's a number of people that have shared their opinions in it being an unlayerable experience. But that's not true. That's not true at all. You have to realize that there is a plethora of ingredients that are available to our disposal, right? Yeah. So it's much like anything else. I mean, in the very beginning, when new lines come out, there's that initial excitement. There's like, what is the experience going to be here? But there's not a lot of developers for salt. There's just not. There's like a natural hate for it with a lot of people, and I think that's because of Juul. I don't think that's a lot on the salt category. I just don't think it's that. I think it's because of Juul.
Marketing has a problem getting 14-year-olds.
Well,
you know
I mean, I understand, but
kids are going to abuse anything. They're not going to use it in moderation. They're going to, I'm not saying all kids, but most your typical teenager, they're trying to use something to get a high off of it. Mm-hmm. And 50 milligram Nic salts, if they're sitting there using 2 Joules at once or chain vaping on a Joule, they're going to get high as fuck, especially if they never smoked.
Yep.
So sick. On the first time I ever tried
Juul too. What was that? Sorry,
I was just saying, first time I ever tried salt, I went 50 mil or megs or whatever it is, and oh my god, I got so fucking sick.
Dude, that's like going from your typical, 3 shots of bourbon to 3 shots of Everclear.
Yeah.
I mean, you're jumping into a different category when you do that.
You're going from 100 proof to 190 proof.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that doesn't equate.
Oh man, that just made me think
that's like a beer drinker that goes and starts drinking moonshine and they're chugging them like beers, and that's a bad day.
Exactly.
That's a bad week.
That just made me remember my ordeal with Alterna. I've done some crazy shit for this community.
I watched that recently.
Did you?
Yeah, they
were hard hitting, bro.
Alterna fine.
Hard hitting.
That came back up again like within the last 6 months, just talking about the experiences and who was behind it and who wasn't and who supported it and who and all that crap, and it's just like, oh my god,
dude,
give it a rest.
He filed a lawsuit against me, bro,
because you told the truth.
Yes. Because,
did you have an NDA that said you couldn't?
I literally got contacted by YouTube's head office, bro. Like, they were threatening. I had to change the branding on the title of the video. Like, I could no longer call it Alterna Nicotine. Like, it was serious.
Rebranded.
Yeah, he rebranded it. Exactly. And Alterna is also a shampoo.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a shampoo. Hold on. Let me. I don't want to be wrong here.
Alterna was a crazy product, but
Alterna hair care. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the nicotine substitute.
No, but why do we need a nicotine replacement? It's so stupid. I mean,
I don't know. I never could figure that out.
No, I mean, I literally looked. If you go on my channel and you look for the video, I think it's titled "The Benefits of Vaping Nicotine" or something along those lines. I literally looked up studies that they did with 8-year-olds for ADHD, and they found positive results. And it's in the description. You can look at all the information I found.
From 8 to 80, there's health benefits to nicotine. We've all known that.
It's a stimulant that triggers faster responses between the messages in your brain to your body. I mean,
yes.
When it's not set on fire and inhaled, it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Well, it does the same exact thing in cigarettes. They've just got, they've got antidepressants, they've got horse tranquilizer, there's rat poison.
There's all kinds of stuff,
Yeah. The tar and the formaldehyde and all that stuff. That's just icing on the cake.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Craig, you're not wrong. I think if we had a 20 milligram cap like they do over for TPD, I'm fine with that, especially since, if you look at England and other TPD countries, they do not have this youth vaping issue that we have. I don't want to call it. I don't like
to
call it.
They just don't publicize it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And it's more socially acceptable there for kids to vape. I mean, and smoke.
Well, you look at countries over there where if you can walk into the bar, you're old enough to drink.
Exactly.
But they're not drunk and stupid everywhere because they learn about it at a young age, and they learn
social conditioning.
They learn how to use it responsibly.
Here we have bubble wrap on our kids, so it's completely different. If you look at Mexico, for instance, or Guatemala, you're looking at 12-year-olds that are getting married and having babies.
Yeah.
I work intimately with Guatemalans. They're I'm going to soon be their boss. They came straight from Guatemala. They actually don't even have paperwork, so they are all the way Guatemalan, and they talk about stuff like that all the time. And them being from a third world country, they see me vaping and they think I'm smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, they don't know the difference.
No, like if we're riding together in the truck, they'll ask me to roll the window down, and I'm like, dude, like I've gone to the extent of pulling up information and then translating it, and I've gotten them at least to the point now where they don't feel like they're breathing in poison when I'm around them. So,
what's up, Voka? Good to see you, brother.
It's a difficult process to advocate every day, but I think the more people that do that, it's contagious, and it'll spread. It's not all about like being out there online and advocating. Like you can do it in everyday life.
Oh yeah,
that's the most important because it does spread.
Yeah,
it's like I'm making a point to vape in certain areas. I mean, not blowing people's faces and all that, but especially if I see a lot of smokers. Mm-hmm. I'll make sure that they see me vaping, and not that I'm going to tell them, oh, you're doing something bad, but maybe one of them will have a question about it, and then I can educate them on it.
Yeah.
And not talk down to them because we all smoke. So there's no talking down to. Now, if they want to be assholes, then you're going to talk down to them, but but there's no talking down to them because we were all smokers.
Mm-hmm.
I have two people here that are like hardcore smokers. I mean, one of them wants fucking cigarettes in his stockings for Christmas. So fucking ridiculous. Like they say that they'll never stop and blah blah blah. What would you suggest starting? I mean, like ridiculous hardcore smokers, like where they smoke,
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt, 50 milligram. That's why. That's where that serves a purpose, because 50 milligram is the closest comparatively to a cigarette. I mean, it's not about the nicotine. I think that's where a lot of people get hung up. Cigarettes aren't just about the nicotine, right? They have a lot of other chemicals in there that spark euphoria in your brain. Like that's what it's intended for. That's why there's a top secret recipe of 4,000 chemicals.
Yeah.
It's not just the nicotine. Like that's where people get hung up. And the conversion into freebase, it hits differently with your bloodstream. So you have to look, at the chemical composition. So the way that the nicotine distributes into your bloodstream, that's why the Juul was so successful.
Yeah.
It's not because of the nicotine content, just salt in general, it hits your bloodstream differently. It's more like a cigarette.
Not a Juul, like I don't think it was like a...
No, you don't have to.
Would I?
No, you don't have to buy a
like
Juul. Pods would be the best because of convenience.
Yeah.
You don't want to make them refill a tank or anything like that, because to a smoker that's just going to feel like extra work. Like, why am I doing that?
Yeah, and one thing I've seen a lot of recently, I'm sure you probably see them up there, your neck of the woods. Like I'll go to a gas station, and when I'm pumping my gas, I'll have a little screen with the advertisements on it, and it's the snus that's made by R.J. Reynolds. Was it the Velo or whatever, the little pouches? And they say on there, no batteries, no chargers, no mess. Just take this little pouch and stick it between it looks like an old Skull Bandit from back in the day, the little pouches, but there's no tobacco.
Interesting.
And it's like 4 milligram, and they have it they have it in flavors. They have like a fruit, or there is a tobacco and a mint and all that, but they have like a mixed fruit one or something.
Isn't that strange?
Isn't that like a chew alternative though?
It is. It makes either one. I mean,
is it like snus?
It's exactly snus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just branded different.
I'm from the country. I'm familiar. I'm familiar. Yeah. I used to chew Levi Garrett back in the day. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've been through the spectrum when it comes to tobacco.
Yeah, you had the big pouch rolled up in your back pocket of your Levi's, and
Well, I was also in prison for 7.5 years. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I was public about that. I did 7.5 years. I also was on a chain gang at one point. Less chain gangish. I was working on forestry, chopping down woods.
Oh, okay.
So tobacco was outlawed in the prison system here in Virginia.
Yeah.
And,
which is ironic.
Right. Me being this land of tobacco. Yeah. So, me being the entrepreneur or very resourceful person that you typically am, I smuggled. So I got people to drop bags off in the woods. Mm-hmm. I'm realizing that I can't talk too much about this.
No,
but it's a public forum. But anyway, I had I had a big Stoker bot, like cartons of chew, and so anyway, yeah, tobacco addiction was real. When that got taken away, people were paying like $3 for a pin joint, and you're making maximum. I was making 45 cents an hour.
Yeah.
Real labor. Like I don't know if
in the 30s.
What?
Well, you're talking.
That's a lot in 1930. Chain gang, bro.
Dude, the prison system is 1,000% about free labor. They had us making clothing. They had us making small electronics. They had prisoners making medical garbs.
I think in New York they were making hand sanitizer.
These guys, I looked up the prices for these products that post prison.
And they're selling them
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally getting like Asian prices, and selling, and the labor too. I mean, it's a sweat camp, is what it is.
Oh yeah.
They're writing your name on rice, and I'm gonna pull you right out of there.
Exactly. Yeah, and this wasn't recent. I mean, I got out in 2012, but yeah, I've been through the ring. I'm a misfit, very much.
Yeah.
I don't hide from that fact.
Hey, what you got in 2012? So you went in, 7 years before that, whatever that was.
2005. Yeah.
The world changed a lot in that time period, man. Like the
oh
iPhone.
God, yeah.
How was that?
Smartphones, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for me being an inquisitive person, very interesting. I looked around and seen all the industries change, like technology for one.
Oh yeah, you went from a track phone that was the thing when you went into iPhone 3 or 4 when you came out.
The last phone actually went from a Razr flip phone.
Oh yeah.
To a Galaxy S3.
Yep.
Like, I don't know anyone who's that familiar with phones, but it was a big jump. Like being able to touch the screen.
Yeah. Was
even like what?
And and you were probably the king of T9 texting when you went in, and now you have a keyboard.
Yeah, 143.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But as a kid, I was a fighter, big time in school. I was a big fighter.
Yeah.
So, and the reason was because I was high functioning, right? Like they did IQ tests, scheduled. I went off the chart. I got bored with school, but because I constantly got picked on, I defended myself and get suspended.
Hold on. Yeah, you go right down that road and.
Right. But the teachers, they realized that. But rather than, because I was bored with the work, I'd finish super early before everyone else. And instead of like putting me in a grade higher where I'd be challenged, they would just throw me on a computer and be like, keep yourself busy until we finish with this class.
Yeah.
So I picked up Angel Fire, GeoCities, like the very old website building things, started making beats, blah, blah, blah. Got into that stuff. So
yeah.
I was quick to adapt when I came out. It didn't take too long. I've always been technological, but yeah.
I just know how interested you are in technology, and that time period. I remember that time period and how it for us it was intense too. But like to see it all happen, but for you it had to be like ridiculous, like a Egyptian
it was drastic, man. I mean, I got a whole new appreciation for like Shawshank Redemption and similar productions.
Yeah, I just watched The Green Mile recently too.
But prison. A lot of people talk bad about people who have been to prison, and I will forever advocate people who have been in trouble and been able to pull themselves out of it. It's a messy situation, and it's very difficult for you to stay out of it. It's much the same with addiction. It keeps pulling you back. You've got old ties with friends, and the people, places, things applies to that. But,
right. Yeah, for sure.
That's part
Certain
of
things
why I'm
remind
so.
you.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's part of why I'm so public with it. I don't personally care what people think of me, but when it comes to at the end of the day, I'm going to advocate for people who are good people who realize what they did was wrong. I was running guns. I was involved in the drug game pretty heavily. That's why I got so much time. They were getting ready to slap me with a federal charge, which was defacing a firearm, which is 20 years.
Yeah.
I was tied up with some pretty messy, dangerous people that, locally, because I got 7.5 years, I had 13 felonies, and I had to cop out, obviously.
Yeah, you
I
had
ended up
cop
going
play,
through a
yeah.
program. Yeah. I was 20 years old. So they weren't
you were
trying
a
to
kid,
bury
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't
Yeah,
trying to
they
bury
knew
me.
they knew that you had a chance to still fix shit.
Absolutely. And fortunately, I had a brand new judge who was a defense attorney. So she had, certain feelings toward defendants.
Oh hell, you rolled that. You got lucky in one aspect.
Oh, big time. And, it was a trial in itself, man. I had to learn to live in a cage, literally. I spent 4 months. I was classified as a gang member.
Oh, great. So yeah, that I'm sure that was all kinds of extra fun.
I am a classified on paper Crip.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing because I'm white. And also,
man, we should hang out sometime.
You would not believe the process to get yourself removed from that list. Once you are classified, it's for life. You get stopped at a red light, running a red light. It comes up on their system, and they come to the car with their hand on their gun.
Oh yeah.
And they have an attitude.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up that you're marked for life.
It
And
is.
you'd really be surprised how similar you and Max's life story is. It's fucking crazy. I'm sitting here just, I can't believe the similarities.
Is that why he said that?
There's no context behind any of that.
Are you a gang member?
Oh, you can't tell? Look
He's
at 'em.
he's Amish Mafia. What are you talking about?
The lumberjacks. They're called the lumberjacks. And
I live out in the sticks. I couldn't be any further from the truth.
it's like, yeah, he's like so. It's like the polar opposite.
Yep.
Bobby,
I mean,
love,
that's the
dude.
game.
Bobby, love, man. Love and
Yeah,
appreciation,
brother.
bro.
Yeah, he's Maxadiah Slim. Didn't you know that?
That's awesome.
Maximum
I'm
savage.
not in the Crips. I'm in the crops. I'm basically a farmer.
Nice. Yeah, but I was literally just hanging out with the guys on a baseball field talking to them. And the gang coordinator, or whatever you want to call him at that institution I was at, went around taking pictures. And everyone that was standing in that circle got slapped with a certification. So
Did they wear baseball uniforms like in the Warriors?
no, we were wearing prison denims. But I literally protested and didn't eat for 2 weeks. And I stayed in solitary for 4 months to get removed from that institution, that compound, because they certified me. So I had to go through major hoops to get out of there.
Wow.
Hunger strike?
The warden would come around every day asking me, was I ready to come out? And I would throw my tray at him. So they were threatening street charges. For those unfamiliar, you have institutional charges, which don't carry time. And then you have street charges, which adds time to your time. So it was definitely a battle. I think it was like the last 3 years that I finally worked down to a camp, and I was able to go out into society for 8 hours a day and sweat my ass off for 45 cents an hour, and then go back and sit in a bunk and exercise. Upside to that, I was in the best shape of my life. I mean, I left prison with an 8-pack. Like, I was stacked, But through that process, I think it made me appreciate a lot of elements in life more than anything. So when I came home, I was intending to start a family. I did my hoe thing for a while. I was a pimp for a while.
But that's what he does with the crops.
We for sure gotta hang out, bro.
So I ended up married and, had 2 kids or whatever. This is where things get dark again. Like, everything was great for a while, but things got dark again because I found out she was not only running around on me, but she attempted to have a baby with my sister's fiance.
Oh, wow.
While she was with him and I was with her, with a kid.
Jesus Christ.
So
I love Virginia.
Yeah, she checks all the boxes.
Dude, she was such.
You got her number. I might even get my life wrecked.
You might catch something you can't get rid of, bud.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, but yeah, I mean, and that's what I've dealt with the last like 3 years. So, but where I'm at now, great girl. She's a nurse. You know, she's studying now a coding degree. Her office is here. We share an office. Super supportive relationship. We just moved here. We've been together since October last year, so things have kind of moved at a fast pace. But she's super supportive of all this, bro. Like,
awesome.
Loves the vaping thing. Loves the video production. Could not ask for a better girlfriend at this point. So.
Yeah, you seem happy. Did she ever wear those nurses uniforms home?
She does.
That's fucking awesome.
She does.
Stethoscope.
Upon request. Yeah, no, it's worked out. But I'm still fighting for the kids. That hasn't stopped.
There you go.
I need to make big moves in order to be able to afford lawyers. And I think the media companies probably, that's the way to go. Probably.
Yeah. We did it so long. You know?
Huh?
We did it so long. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge and a lot of skills, bro. Like, you can definitely do anything you want to do.
I mean, anybody can do it if they're hungry. You know, I don't think I'm special. I think it's just determination is what it comes down to.
Oh, hell
being challenged.
You have skills too. You have some pretty marketable skills. I mean, you're definitely talented.
It's a craft, man. You have to constantly work on things, you know.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Take the compliment, huh?
I'm just saying. I don't think I'm special, man, but I appreciate it. I do.
Pardon me.
All right, guys, we've gone about 2:40 here, so I'm going to shut this down. Steam, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it, buddy. Good seeing you again. It's been since November, since when I saw you at the rally. Tell anybody out there, you know, anything you want to pimp, and you know, anything you want to shill out there.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I totally spaced there for a second. Thank you guys for having me on. That was awesome, man. It's good to get back in touch with everyone and, you know, just hang out for a while.
Yeah, anytime you want to come on, man, hit me up, or I'll hit you up every once in a while. If you want to pop in, you know, progress of everything going on, getting back into the mixing game.
Hell yeah, man.
Curious to see what new ideas you got out there. We're building on your you know, your repertoire of mixing.
Yeah, you're needed, man. Definitely needed. No question.
I appreciate it, Max. I've been watching you on Develop, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not too much because I haven't had a lot of time, but I have watched you on. You're well spoken. Very well spoken.
Generous of you.
Yeah.
I love doing that show. It's so much fun.
It is. It's different. It's a nice spinoff from everything that's normalized, I think, in DIY.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Me and Rambo, I don't even think he's in the chat anymore. I haven't seen his name pop up in a while.
Yeah, we probably bored the hell out of him. Yeah.
Well, we spun off of mixing there for a while, and his interests kind of fall in line there. So, but yeah, he shares the developed stuff a lot with his followers and stuff. So, you might see some guys. Yeah, Rambo's
might be something coming out of me and Rambo's collaboration with you now. A lot of interesting stuff with the mixers and the builders getting ready to happen.
Yeah, we haven't really finalized anything, but I don't think he'll mind me talking about it. So right now he has a quarantine build off going on for people who build coils.
Oh yeah, so, I think Nick Devine talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, Nick is, I think, involved. I'm not positive, but we've talked about a project afterwards. They had Coil Wars on Homeboy Josh's channel, right? So we're thinking about doing a Juice Wars.
Yeah, see, I missed that dude, Homeboy Josh.
He was a good dude, but I think we want to put together. We're trying to mesh both of our followings, right? So you got coil building, you got a juice maker.
Yeah.
So try to get both of those together. Get mixers building and builders mixing, right? And it doesn't exist at this point. I know Wayne has attempted to do that for a while. Fortunately, Wayne has that builder. Rambo has that builder crowd.
Yes.
You know, and I have the mixer crowd. So we should be able to pull them together and make it happen. I think DIY in any fashion is beneficial. You know, and
oh yeah, well you look right now with their with everything that started in China between New Year, then it hit with the virus. You know, people couldn't get sub ohm coils for nothing. So they had to pretty much either hopefully their tank had an RBA base to it that they had to learn to build on, or they had to go get an RDA or or RTA or something, and rebuildable atomizer.
Exactly. And if things spiral out, and we don't end up having those options someday, who's to say that's going to happen. But if it does, I mean, it's always nice to be able to do more. I mean, if not just for you, for your friends too.
Exactly. So whether it's making e-liquid for your friends, or making coils because you're not gonna be able to go on Element Vapor or another site and just get them, and because you're just not gonna be able to get them. The site's already gone.
With Juice Wars is the ideas that whenever we were a couple years ago batting around and trying to get that thing back going. It's interesting because people are they're innately, when they're talented and they're inquisitive and they're DIY based in their head, like it's watching that process, like from going from builder to mixer to mix, it's super interesting. So
it is.
Your eyes out for that for sure.
It's challenging because of the logistics of it, right? Because I mean, for juice mixing, you have to ship and all that stuff, and we have the quarantine thing going on. USPS has been talking about shutting down here the last week or two.
Yeah, they're saying within a couple of months, because I know they're hiring a ton of temp workers right now because they have a lot of their regular staff that are in quarantine right now.
Yep, they're contracting COVID. Yep, so it's challenging. The logistics of it is very challenging. You have to literally receive the product in order to judge the product.
Yes.
Because it's juice. Coil building is different because you can look at the pictures and you can say, "Oh, that looks nice." You can take angles.
And to try to judge a mixing competition, like if you get sent the recipe and you got to mix it yourself, now you're getting heavily involved money wise.
Not just that. I mean, guys.
And plus, there's just certain flavors you'd have to put a limit on the flavors if you were to do it that way, because. Some people use flavors from a cave in Afghanistan that you can only get from, boomwoodyboom.com and fucking whatever. And, it might be a 7-month wait to get some flavor that's naturally extracted from a stone or something,
Exactly.
You'll be surprised in the way that we have it worked out. We kind of worked that out because I remember doing those contests back in the day and you get 150 fucking recipes.
It's a fucking headache. I did one contest and I'm like, never again. As far as trying to judge it and having to buy the flavors and everything for it. Medicine flower is easy compared to some of them. Just medicine flower, you need
Right, yeah, exactly.
We'll get it worked out.
I mean,
it's something that like Graham said, we've been talking about doing this for years. I mean, it's something that I've desperately wanted because it brings excitement and vibrancy to the community. It's something new and something, it just brings people together and it creates dialogue and just everyone going back and forth. Some people are going to take issue with it. This person having these prejudices against this person and this group of people, et cetera. For the longest time, man, I mean, I'll be candid about this. I don't even think I told Graham this, but back when I first started mixing on YouTube, I got a lot of emails from people saying, they don't like Wayne or they don't like what he's doing and they're glad I'm doing it. I had to advocate and stand up like, listen, this is all about sharing. It's not about like
it's
clicking, it's not about like these people are cool and these people aren't, like if you don't enjoy what he does, don't watch, that's pretty much what it is, and I hate that aspect of the community because I mean, that is the distraction that we don't need, right? Like when we come together, we can do a lot of great things, but when we're bickering back and forth, and I had to have this talk with Pippa, this is something that you can't really dwell on. If you have a personal issue with a person, don't make that about a sector of people. Like that's so stupid.
Well, I would say a year and a half ago, we had community involvement that was like no other. Like everyone was involved with everyone. It's kind of broken off from that a little bit, and I think we need that back.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of play out on Facebook a few times. I mean, I don't get involved, man. Like, I mean, if there's a funny comment or something like that, like I'll laugh at it, but that's it, but I try not to get involved in that stuff. And that's part of the reason why I drew away.
Damn it. Got to get involved. Pick a side. Draw a line in the sand. Come on, Sam.
I refuse. I refuse.
There is no size. We're all the same. We all need to shut the fuck up and just come back together.
That's right. Well, on that, there'll be our parting words for the evening. Developed, you guys are kind of still doing things here and there until Nashef gets to Nashef. You get back home. I take it.
I heard he's never coming home.
In a year or two.
Year or
I'm
two.
going to Vegas. Do you have room for me?
Here. Vegas is closed. Argentina's closed. Come on. We'll party it up.
We're trying to do what we can.
Yeah, exactly. All right, gang. Say, everyone, thanks for coming out. Steam, awesome. Great hanging out with you. Can't wait to do it again. Hopefully we'll have news on upcoming developments on everything.
Check out Develops One Shots on DIYFlavorChaser.com.
Exactly.
Look out for Graham's one shots.
Pretty soon.
All right.
All
All right, gang. Say, be safe. Wash your hands. Don't talk to strangers. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll see what my work does. But we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Much love.
Later.
Make sure you wash your penis.
Yeah, reverse social distancing.